politicians there, yeah, they are no yet there. Honestly, and tokwa is see what Ghana nyina na amansani nyina nye obi anadibo. Enema mienu, ohia, any politicians. ASEM ba ko abeka wo tekrema so no e chense kan. I want to tell you, do your politics well. Don't let politicians deceive you. Muhu ya se ye wono wan ye gi echinji a ye ntokwa o. Ye wi a ye frustra ko num ti nam ne ye wi. Mu ana moko. Me catch them on Okwari. There are people here. Enne omuhumia omusi omutiase. Osafumafu o himfa enye MPP. Ni kuma AGYEMAN or NDC. Shelia Ite or NDC no a minister. Ni penny Professor Ite or MPP. NDC lawyer Larry Ajeti or NDC. Na papa waka baby Peter Lajeti or MPP. Samuel Jinapo or himfa or MPP. Ni penny John Jinapo or NDC. Me a mi jina hai mi or MPP. Mi penny Kamara or NDC. Ye pia dakom. Mona mbe dakom. Me matina me gina me catch them one me who opposition da o me party dia wa opposition but me kasa me ko opposition. Look woman that you want. Look me who opposition da me party MPP a opposition but me dia me ko opposition because NDC wa power me didi.
So what is ClickUp? ClickUp is
and then me wa power bibi here na
everything and anything related to
na ma who opposition no enti mon dream my party and my content. That's the only
thing. Student one tablet policy in our senior high schools. He was taken a little aback and then told me that they have also thought about it in Estonia, but they have not yet been able to do it. And so he made a joke that then they will have to come to Ghana and learn about how we have done it. And I was very, very pleased about, therefore it told me that Ghana, in doing this, is really at the forefront of digitalization in our senior high schools and providing all of you, the students, the tools to be part of the fourth industrial revolution. As the Minister for Education said, you know, we missed the first, second, and the third industrial revolutions. We are now in the fourth industrial revolution.
President Kufuor has also been touting his government's achievements with the free senior high school policy. He says the new
in the digitalization agenda and singled out for praise the leadership role of my excellent and indefatigable Vice President, Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia, the man all of us, including even his enemies in the MDC, called Dr. Digitalization. In furtherance of our digitalization agenda in the education sector, government is proceeding with plans to distribute 1.3 million educational tablets to students in senior high schools. That is one student per tablet under the Ghana Smart Schools project. The tablets are fitted with digital contents to aid research, teaching, and learning. At the tertiary level, government plans to provide at a discounted price tablets and laptops to students and lecturers to facilitate academic work. Though largely successful, government continues to seek innovative ways to boost further the free SHS policy. Government is convinced that the next phase of free SHS enhancement will be propelled by digitalization. This will allow a seamless online and offline teaching and learning experience. Indeed, The enhanced free SHS school will be environmentally friendly, boost academic performance, fitted with interactive displays, interactive learning, and increased productivity, which is what has given birth to the Ghana Smart Schools project. The project seeks to deepen the application of IT in teaching and learning at the secondary cycle level. It will ultimately enhance the performance of students and prepare them better for higher learning and the competitive careers in future. The other component of the Ghana Smart School project is the provision of modernized infrastructure. Government intends to build 100 smart schools across the country. The first 30 of these will be completed this year, and the remaining 70 expected to be completed in the next 2 years.
So we've heard from the students. We have some teachers here right now. Let's interact with them also. Find out from them what they make of the Ghana Smart Schools project. So what's your name?
I'm Solomon Neti.
Solomon Neti. Yeah. Okay. And then what's your name?
I'm Prince Walker. I'm a Kwando.
Okay, you're a teacher?
Methodist Girls High School.
Tell us, what do you make of the Ghana Smart Schools project? And how is it going to help and facilitate the work?
Yeah, with the introduction of these tablets, I think it will go a long way by enhancing the teaching and learning processes. Earlier last year, somewhere July last year, went for a program on Minecraft education where game will be used in teaching a concept. So when you are playing the game Minecraft, it gives you the opportunity to see the raw simulation of events. So you are talking about blood circulation, and then the students just imagine those things on textbook. But when you are playing the game, it indicates over there. So with this tablet, if you get the tablet and it's found inside, it means that that learner can have access to that game on the tablet. So I think it will be
okay. Interesting. What do you also think? How is this going?
So we are in the 21st century. So as the 21st.
Asemi pesini kwa asemi yara asemi pesini kwa yara pesini pesini kwa yara obere pesini kwa yara asemi pesini kwa yara Asemi yara, asemi pesini kwa yara, ejimeli pesini kwa yara, obere pesini kwa yara.
Ene anope yamagana fonyina kwa aba edeba asem yidika so ewo neat 100.9 Asemi di kan wadi tuya yade kasebo ne bra wie ya memi de bia ya tena se ye betama kwapem se nondu ebebo a series of interviews, series of discussions and a ye very intellectual discussions said your winimino na watching samakodo a SEC and a ye bedi ho enkomo said ya winimino amanyo semen samwa yade chechere omaino eno ena yede ebrel ewa semi dika jumedie eso me amedi jumedie uchi ame midin ede McJerry OSEI AGYEMAN me na medi jumedie uchi ame meda se wachi mafidie no na wode ato ha na enna wachi ensamakodo bebre ena esi na emu ba ko a me ba bedi mu komo sisi no eye the movement for change. Movement for change there ye can na a presidential independent presidential aspirant Owura Alan Kwadwo Chirematen Afrafranto movement. Ode aya the big announcement e de ba betu dwa. Announcement ni mu ne saying and they say movement for change a form alliance one amanyofo agodo a form alliance woma ka bom. Botaya ewo alliance na chi ene saying woma chire mu ese beye no man no won betimi abu oman ni yie na oman ni resources a yewo ni nyina mu no won betimi amanage ni yie enunti woman the national interest movement akabum any other political civil society coalition woma kabum a day movement for change womo a form sa alliance Dr. Abu Lidiana Abu Sakara Madam will be the Sakra. Ono Sakra intinaka me yaba beka Sakra Abdullah Sakra. Baby I will be a massa. You didn't free me to say. Ono the Abdullah Sakra. But where Dr. Abu Sakara ono ena order the national interest movement yano. It politically I feel we about to sa alliance ya movement for change. Many other political entities are forming. Saying ena impact ben any bit we make. Wama tunidi say alliance for revolutionary change. Alliance for revolutionary change. Make the word revolutionary and revolutionary revolutionalist. Mekai ebra na mepe dining hall prefect edi ewo Dwaben secondary school and me ko ready the sabre no me manifesto me ready na me use the term a revolutionary leader one woman baje me so teachers ni nyina say wow me di Mac Jerry na ma kire say me ye Jerry ampa Solomon Wusu Ekasa edema movement for change. As I say there, Yabeka say ARC, a key member of Alliance for Revolutionary Change. Solomon Owusu, benwache.
Papa J.
Challenge say.
Adomnia aye.
Nameko ye.
Ye koye. Sorry ya jira so no premature. Won so ayefe.
Oh sir, me that say so they always fresh.
Why ayefe ja. Ya yesu me ka ko jam madam fu bia wi. The yere papa ewu.
Oh kafra. Papa yes ye.
Bende. Na be frefrem na.
That's right.
Baby bia koye.
Oh yeah de nyame ase.
Movement no so edam. Be cha etiefo nyina aso.
Etiefo so.
Na wo boy djuma sisi a morning show no am say wo still be bia wa no fire me monica do hwe won ma because no credit na dey adjuma.
Oh yes,
and I research it. That is good. The questions me ask you na
madaroma bedase na solo say alliance for revolutionary change. Why edie na mo ba besesa ahwodin ben na mode ebem I free the camp of a movement for change.
But I say say bedin kai bedin che mu eden efri oral anchamante na so ene na so ye ema obi biara why wadwene say obeda we chiama poverty ohia say by 2025 I be simu no na waka say oni ohia why bye no but I'm assistant muti na why my dress to abanama oral anchamante 25th of September 2023 ana oral anchamante ewo Nkraha moving pick house or moving pick ambassador hotel what it to say we free new patriotic party mo ati adia your friend movement for change. Na sa adwumadie no na me wase bi me ba wiase apart from that ye wo menye mani nye da te se sa da na owura no at 2:35 p.m. or the two just one new patriotic party aton kwanta wa de o mapai odi movement re ba no kire ye ni suade hunu se eye movement a ye ba bebo na chidom as independent candidate na watumi akwakwaje abenua na wode Ghana afani afanyina abom ye yi wonu mu a ebetumi arane oman mind you enye obia na ye di leadership position eno ntino na adwene mu ni tirimpo na se movement ni tirimpo no ene se ye be fa ngofo kakra free media ye be fa kuafo ye be fa tailorfo ye be fa fitafo ye be fa omo ekira de ye be fa omo aye omunyuma o business circles ene obi biara odi mu bia na ye de akekere sa Ghana man and right after that no ade ba ko a wa dedicate na braba odi ye nyina ne se wo sori bia no ni interest groups e kasa se re be ya omba bebo na chidom yaka yene ayeka sem ni aka se praye oyi ba ko a nebu ka boma emu na many a time the ntia obi ka so okọ content kura na say independent a ya na enye yie ne se ya na office ono nko na ho odi mu no ene be ma akoso ya na wongure office wo so mutumi man afoforo so be ka ho eno Roland Tremantin ene Dr. Michael Abu Sakara Foster ya Foster na mo fanka no edi nkomo a ono nso movement different national interest movement obeti Roland Tremantin asia omu nyina tu anamo se omu ne other political parties and civil society organizations be kasa na omu hia se omu de omu hoɔden nyansa sika tumi bibia ba beta edisuade hunu a Roland Tremantin de ba watu ne the great transformational planner ye di ye ni yaso ya hoɔden bibia kwa akotai ade a efre no ikuayo eni infididwumachi ene tisa what is a big announcement bia ba na se press release bia ba na ye kire Ghana for say dwuma ede enim on the 17th of April 2024 no
yeah
and they say in Kenya kese ne besi o man mu sada no ene e be dead all the civil society organizations all the political parties are o maye o madwene say o mo ba be kan ho ame tu sa na mo no ama bibia ye dey akoso jojo no yedi nyina betudwa edi mark eye ni sanity eye ni jengo a
but na say na botaye no etie what sort of engagements na e course
engagement ni yetiawa ya catch Ghana say
yeah
say beto akoso ade ho abo NPP NDC after 32 years o man enkorani and yetibia sisi enra na mehwe news item bi o Aljazeera me se femi minim so hwe bia omo ye a 5-minute report on Ghana's energy situation na ha mamemfa yako kese ma Rashida Abubakar oba tanya wakwakwa because ye dum kanye ntine be wa hwere ne ba na Aljazeera ya kire wiase nyina that is where we are na yaba bedura wontumi mfa so bo ne mo only the current administration a cumulative irresponsibility and a diaba bedroom pempensu we nanti so ye tibongo so to the sense say baby a de bia ye fa ye kohwe aminem na ho ne beko say every 8 years bia na ya daniel ma MPP free so ade daniel ma MPP man pass man and almost a form cartel to ko MPP ni NDC the frontliners no MPP for frontliners omo na for NDC frontliners mi wie sika no na me dey sponsor we mo na we mo wini omo so wie na me dey sponsor sanse fun we na me ni umie ni etuato na mark and na akwada be so look go to article 36 of our constitution the directive principles of state policy the also man penini na ba omo ye mo man say omo swai look yanko say o man penini swai and say mo ka kire o man na me constitution na me bie ba ko bi o say I, having been elected to the high office of the President of the Republic of Ghana, do in the name of the Almighty God swear that I will be faithful and true to the Republic of Ghana, that at all times preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of the Republic of Ghana, and that I dedicate myself to the service and well-being of the people of the Republic of Ghana, and to do right to all manner of people. Look, say no man, Penny, also we protect the Constitution of Ghana. Now you go into the Constitution of Ghana. Edian article 36 katre send ye beya Ghana for no ebetiasi article 36 of the constitution was it here What's it?
I have a microphone, Kakrama.
What's it? Sagovoi. 36 1.
Yeah.
The state shall take all necessary action to ensure that the national economy is managed in such a manner as to maximize the rate of economic development and to secure maximum welfare, freedom, and happiness of every person in Ghana. When yaji, what to they catch me? Not just say omampeni or tisu na bayi womu constitution. Meanwhile, who saw and who said ye who be protected the constitution of this country. And it is how ye timemunia. I was say who here say. Yes, I did since 1992. Empun to Obiamba. Tiada na yan die and sakakra. Enfama Obia oko contempo. Ah, no super bow bet me. Akeka Obi obetua ya. You might not so tie. Sabi o adwene on trim mark o tie. O adwene o trim. But won't be tight you say NPP and NDC be winning. All of a sudden you person just say nyansafo wo kroma nyina yi. Omo NPP. How can it be? Sani bo hiase no. Not just say Omano and Yedi and bro. I mean, I always say, I don't sympathize with a man for say I no muswa because Openibia wa boy didn't be any a man for the Koto Abamano.
Yeah.
And it is a one year analysis here. Now Koto Abama Tibon Gosso no be do any be real sika obia Timamanipa obia integrity. No real sika didn't also soon because mistake be our bayan and you have 4 years to wait for. And nuna. Sa alliance for revolutionary change, you know, your person this answers and so you try political parties, you try individual, you try independent candidate. No sombra. Or crowd your bar and none about Ghana for what accountability. Essence political parties most of you know almost structures are almost party and also more banko di boneno, no more defend it, and opebia ubio radio station. Their time crowd say airwaves, you know, your serial callers and they are not ashamed of that. Ofra me end this serial caller. You want to tell me say Chroma woman kwa na Airwaves silver. Ofra ni tefem o free ano call another station. Na omo propagating trona and trona. And it bo say Ghana for na dwuma am kesene. Mi wa nipa na otini fie no. Onum ja ote ho. And then kwada wie school mu nya adwuma kura na omaye. And to the extent say enkwada was secondary school. Be ho no mo se presec se kwada to me ebopo se ye said that kidnap ye fake kidnapping se ye be ye be kwa gi ma misika. Now you know the purpose for that ni ye to be tu kwan adwane afri oban anopa bia alfa abele pe traffic light ko hwani pododo a egu a ompeso mu dwane ko Canada na ye wo man ye wo leader the country dey dwane no womu ankadache omba bechiche o meburu na yedi yesika tete won man mu amanane for funny free first party na nke se fucking slave trade na nke chichire ni atoye ena ye ne ade ho ko ye kra ye say tue sika say yengo enslave ye. This is where we have gotten to as a country. Na ya sorry nyina ye nan so na ya nka no kra na nchire leaders no na ya nkasa nchire Ghana for na to aba no na mo koso akogigi sempoa ne tekufuri nkofo ho wono oba no be ma 100 cities a my news what sign blank check man say won go wia Ghana sika nyina ene ti ukwa Ghana go discover mineral bia de akoma abrofo cheap ukwa deals bogus ni akwakoye esan say o manfo na ekoto aba na nkasa no omonfo omo hye they don't see they don't know the importance of abato na ya no mkwakoto no eno na ye ne ye pese ye kirekire omumu na omuka say never again and ye be kwakwa mistake ede ya ba kwakoma NDC or MPP and that afiwe omsi ye resistem to a next level enye ye resistem keke a di mpuntu kese ebebre o man and the Alliance for Revolutionary Change, you know.
Okay, Alliance for Revolutionary Change. Yene a key member and a spokesperson Solomon Owusu and yene no yidin komoy. Na Solo, are you sure? Say in our current dispensation, say that your political space, you know, the partisan political space in you know, Ghanaians will buy into this idea. Ghana for bet yes.
Mark.
Yes, sir.
Emra you when we cry na I so ripe say Ghana for system. I make a venture. And oko the two political parties now omufi so omo yagima okromu ana. Oko omo enu strongholds a omo ntumi mbi omo no ka say hoy omo stronghold. and oko voter regional NDC to me na no say I am strong because okaka no mu chesi wo and wo call Ashanti regional movement for change ya take over everywhere and the ARC so just way or say go bedo me o ye kwan ya wo wi oda so kan mo me tira se wo say go for di bone this year kwa wia real life no da so party nim so I don't take them serious what was here enuti Ghana for no here independent candidate now than ever. Now one person to hear mu yeah, Mark, minimum of what over. A common system more. Apart from 1981, me who be that? Me who be that before having a net. And the binimus when you say tam. Na kwa kukati. Wahuno kreno. That's a deputy minister of finance be catch or say ya mamu fun ana me yesi kesem nyina nkoso a who am I Mark who am I you say you kre and the system now favors independent candidate now than ever na boache jako eka bibi ese your friend say NP before no dodo na ja party no makomam no mfi say odi agro a serious statement o make here and this if we dodo na ja o party no o makomam na dia kan say engofo bi balance akem obi won mo a why school feed na ma ban obeden we nani ma ba catch us say me kwa against government obeden nyi sika wum eni to mu nyina atwan age balance no na abato enu nti na secret enterprise no say a dallas do no mo kwa koto aba Mark you will be shocked in this country
sir
me na we catch you na the nyina si wi a o de mebo ebebre me ya na ma say yes sir talks we obi anto wa
don't we dey yanton bo
ya ni bibie nu wa ya dia na nkofo kasa o ani ehu hwi ade na so hu ane mrezu ye o ye negotiations ne campaigner o be catch look obi nu o ye campaign so rally and maintain in this country take it from me obi nu nobody no candidate nobody anu anu echinya no nam sunya ne impotem ene wo nam wo wura introduce politics no your opinion leaders your woman ka binimu win their trust first and the rest shall follow and it ye nemu a ye ba and ye dia boafo di be about alliance ya for so be ko akakasa now before say ye do December 7th no
yeah
not disgruntled members a one new patriotic party and this month so ati mo sa be kan
sir
oh yes omunyina beba and only the shock a we benya on life because every day I don't need to kasa ye what is going on ye busion on my way opa we Ethiopia through o ma akokonsa ba ko mpa ni Ghana so ati ase enu ti ye nim de akọ ye nim de Ghana for no be come December enko ye business as usual won say April o ma na tidy ase bibia ngoso obi a fa na dwunu ne tirim say afide ya bremo na NDC was so ye dadum so mu NPP ba ye dadum so mu edi difference o to asa command this no asa ko dum so ma na NDC was so ye ko IMF NPP was so ye ko IMF NDC was so CD kosoro dollar kosoro NPP ba kosoro NDC was so ye balance trade enye yie we so was so enye yie eti la office NPP for free so ma NDC aba insakra ye ba in any case omu mienu omu so sesi ai omu kwa ko ni pa foforo free mu na ba na ba be di enimu na NPP for ye wo here in an unlikely event. First, the career for one could this one, straight to the same people. Incompetence, yeah. Oh, yes, not yet. Boys, when Chrono, when on my big gun is canon. And this is so, almost free, so I'm quite not quite here. I'm coming to boys no more. A judge woman to know what they ban quite they deadly. And into a gun and ya, what I would tax a media koto and say go be free. When I obo bia ko ma mu wiara masa kosomo ma from honorable adenti na won sisem mfa contemporary independent candidate one oni organizer any national chairman to oba the constituency nya ne Ghana all hwe wo mo betuma ye adwuma because amemu eye wo mo betuma ebu ne ye ma wo maka no to okọ Singapore asanetie okọ UAE asanetie kakra na no ma chechiro mani America agi di nyina no ye mfati bongo so institutions so but hey me anto abanwie na no scholarship ya beto dwai won me wo bie kura no omo na esa agi scholarship wo so me needy na nim so omo executive secretary so institutions amu ye needy na mo ye needy amu hwe so amu manage ye needy a na ye order na ye neediest editi no se mark na ye ni person enu ti Ghana fo no ehu hie day in and day out imeburu ni mai maame fo ni ma na ebre no agya tum se enya day a o se ensesa no ba me no ka se ya to petrol so ya we
yeah petrol there say window na bie ye no
we ye bie window bia ekosoro ye window man mba form da
the eba from bia na limited
meanwhile ye ti come one flag bearer of the new patriotic party Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia say wakofa a beautiful policy gold for oil
but say o kase gold for oil policy no e bia na nye gold for oil no kra na like a petrol baby a ebe na nam no
oh sir
no na that is what we've been told
ya na no man pani call a parliament as co address state and I know flag bearer of MPP go na UPSC also a cabo solution also matter around the economy me boy yeah answer na ye inflation ba be jump ya 54%. Russia Ukraine na ye dia boy ho kosafo hini ya fuel start say increase ni to fuel less than 14 cities me no ka say ye to fuel more than 14 cities e je hefa ni asesa no we go for a dear pan and diaba look remember say between 2007 to 2008 o man pedi baby obi anjem won say na no for that akofo no for sa atantan die fuel a price of a barrel of crude up to $120. $25 quite why
$125
near to a gallon of diesel will come 4 cities a gallon remember 4.5 liters and they make a gallon and the no man penny for yeah no dear fuel like go do $125 per barrel no your ton a gallon 4 cities now and the same word the same new patriotic party nipa hofro bedi anim no on na bedi akire no ye to crude $86 in the international market simple proportion kire say if $125 and me turn 4 cedis a gallon I was say 86 no and me turn be say 2.5 cedis per gallon as a 2 cedis 50 pesos per gallon unfortunately and ye turn a liter 14.60 e to beka kire me say amamu
but me refuse so man pen that go for the mitigation policy say ba
e dey any say
Emma na it is all subsidizing fuel no to some level time you do 125
fantastic so the point is enter me do call article 36 of the constitution directive principles of state policy o man bia man pani bia wa said your number one priority is say o me ma man for ho aton ye mu o man say emfaso de come han ye bu o man say o man for timamu for no beto mo na sa wodi ane say boda le me feda aba we from me feda government e carry buy ya no ma distributor ma ye ne on the wodi na sa wodi ane say who the problem dey buy na o chichama man for then there is no need for any government wodi ya wo chama na wo ko for hon mo a your friends a coupon si o ma hye say adaka to no sorry ya no kwakote enu tire ye ko election bia no a enkofo bi say edu enda because say nipa no ka say edu enda no onu say ebo no a abaro body no a onya saa fu coupon fu kankan no a de bia me no sika ye de kokoto fu o ma no eto so de tension bem enya saa say when the social ba be sumo ma no asom no de koremu a Ghana ye only 33 million population ya wo bibia o se nyame de mai ye ne kokko bompa ye say ye radio ye nya bibia ka crude ana 2008 nyame tie ye sufre e ma ye sa crude yi bi na crude na nya no avida be da bo so mama ye o take ya discover ye cry eh remember say at the time and ye turn $125 per barrel na ye ntu crude okromu ha and also ye to o man gufo bene ko fotu mi ya ne turn 4 cedis per gallon and na ye to bi okromu a na say ye to bi a it means say ewiase abo no kosoro a yes you benefit from because you are a net exporter of crude and that's how for so ye from be kushi o manfo no na o man no e kwa opinion adena ya yetimi edesumu because o man ni niska ye niska ye beto de ye crude abra ye so yɛne yɛwɔ crude ha enti crude na yɛtu a yɛntumi mfa bi process ɔtɔ ɔwo lazy minds ɔmoba na ɔmo sɛ ɛda kɔgu tɔ yi sɛdeɛ ɛbɛyɛ a ɛbɛtua process na gye de bia power yɛ generation na aka wote fie a woanya electricity no kɔ no 70 yagu no ane akɔma China ni aba bɛ establish century wɔ ha so ɔno bɛ process Ghana ni yɛ yie Chinese adwene na wɔm dirkwa nyɛ ɛnti na hia that independent candidate no with that movement no a ɛbɛ bɛ taa akyire na yɛdi Ghana yɛ resources no ɛdi dwuma pa ama ɔman na kɔ nanim ɛnyɛ sɛ obɛ discover lithium a ɛyɛ key component in electric vehicle wonim sɛ wiase ni aso ɔmo ko green na yɛsi enya yɛdeɛ yɛkyiri sɛ Ghana fo bɛyɛ yie yɛkyiri sɛ yɛne bɛyɛ bibia ha ɔkwabanane no wa sign off sɛ yɛnkwa nkɔma Barari na Barari nso de akɔma Australians na yɛba bɛ ship wakɔ yɛbɛwie na agya wɔn mɛte saa mpɔtam wɔ yareɛ wokɔ ɔboase a wohwɛ obi a wakyena ɔboase akyɛ pa bɔ sɛ ne body no tuntum kɔkɔɔ ɛyɛ go ne etu amɔ nya body asɛm life expectancy na ɔboase ɛnyɛ more than 54 best pa yɛ nyini ne yɛ sɛ ɔboase anka awɔ ɛna odi ɔboase anka acidic levels no ekum nipa ɛnso na obi te abrochi a onya musika esan se ye leaders no wɔn mo yɛ nipa bɔnefo wɔn nyina ɔman no wɔn mo bottom no wɔn afu leadership a adwene ɔmanfo no de bia de prosper ɛno to we kɔ ɔman bi no ɛnneɛma yɛ wɔ yi ɔmo nim kɔta ɛnso no ɔma yɛ yi aboroso ama ɔmo manfo ho atɔ ɔmo aleti ɛho ntɔɛ ne nyinaa yɛ leadership fa nipa papa mmedi w'anim na obey the right people to lead you na ɔma yɛ nneɛma papa na ɔman na kɔ n'anim ɛno na ohia
Mameka says Solomon Owusu Ekasa Edema Alliance for Revolutionary Change on na yene no edi enkomono eye ora lanchamaten the movement and they wamaka abomu na many Solomon Owusu wi said America na me was series of interviews and then be discussions for no woman so and be discuss and so aba na eje say yede womo aisha so nti me wo eye economic fighters league ye wa ha ya wani tua drop that chamber and next to your boy and then owa ha say eti ono so mini solo wi a me ne ba be din komo Sarah so na enra Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia mo be kan ya anopa na me bo eye me wo morning show no so na me ka say Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ekoshia Vehicle and Access Dealers Union Ghana one more ekra cars e de bo mayimo enro no mo koshia enkomo be na ekoso eno so many next to we are many Alex Kwakutete or your protocol officer edema a Vehicle and Access Dealers Union Ghana ono so many no ebedi nkomo if ya me panel members ne so beba eti dwumade na fully packed ewo if ya say na me kwamanim no solo say sadia maye this big announcement 17th April na dia na Ghana for expect biem
so say ya de betu dware ya ma political parties ni di
na political parties ka ho
bebre
political parties
bebre ya mo dos overwhelming bebre
awon me be join the alliance
na won join ni say bi dia o man ya gwagodu be tra political party na say o man fo na ho akere mo na political party na yere de ni o ko election ye wonya credible candidate so ro alanchemante o be di animu na wakwakoji tumi na ne pai wo mo political parties nkitu an yemfa mo nya hwe no yetumi apuli bia ba bedi o man anim ha chechire o man na alentire ni so join anything bebre
but it's on the 17th we should expect some mayen the list of political parties
detailed information about the alliance ibe yi ni nyina yes that ye ja ho said ye be ya on the 17th o me a oba ba betum ho se mete majimegu a mi
and no say because one
o say ye better ba me because of moving but details no ye ba betu dwa
okay
na mo ba betie said ye be ya mo so me wiase nyina achiwe mark
so engagement eguso ekoso ana say
alliance na ya leja tokura at any given time more organizations between
and next to your boy ne statement be da manim or say anyone except NPP NDC Economic Fighters League unveils revolutionary blueprint and that's what also grab dey for elections in Ghana. It's a minute about being come on.
Of course.
It's a minute say such people you need them on board.
Now we bebu. na ni so ade hunu ne se obebo de bra okromu o ti ase o na ni so ade hunu se oman ne be ko nanim e jade nti so de ne hokoso okoso ade ne hoto MPP ne ndisi so eye mambofo na go be koso aka se o mo te sa MPP ne ndisi a wo mo de o maso etie na da na eye me yase mini ha minu ales be ka de esi ho se oba ye de no be ka kire wo mo owura ba omi aba ye de no be ka kire wo mo wagu sankofo ye import cars nyina nwuma ene obi esuro so be fa ka aba krom ha koport ko he empty ena no me ko akura na nkura de bobo ho omo de port no bobo because there is no activity na wo se adentira ye koso a wo se tokoso a follow NDC ni MPP na de ne mbembutu ana bebia oman na du no babunu bia no a wani so ade hunu alaso wani da so asa no the only refuge wo woni se odo hu akodon ye kueyi a ye ba be chichiri Ghana fo nyina de akọ enim tene so de bo amo wo mu wo active role on be play we yim
because wo mu so ani abere e wo happen
yes because baby adu no aye de birisem o na bema na sa obebunu wo ma medu akọ school ye so nyina se de ukọ school no wi abenya adwuma pa wo wi na da so show ma me enim o papa enim emerewafo ne kokrafo ene omo so sika kakra omo de koto aban bonsu mu ya mo haircut ene omu hu omu ho a ene omu nyina enura a ose ko mutokro mu ntumi ntoro ade ntiro so mkoso ade omani tu sa NPP NDC no so enu ti the progressive forces level-headed people men of conscience men of integrity are calling on the youth yen tu sa wo NPP ni NDC so etiana so mu de They have to be there and they will have an active role to play in there to rescue this country from the hands of these incompetent people. Now, crowd also come. LPOs do not say that, advert do not say that never. And a crowd because radio station bako say our mobile advert in Yangofunja. Now the economic.
Do you think, say, having the independent candidate, a person like your Ora Alan Kojuchre Martin? He can turn things around. Absolutely. Depending upon baby
absolutely.
Because there were instances yenya excuses.
Yes.
Yeba and crane ye nim say na de anything. But on there say nyame ya dem na Ghana for to abama na. Say excuses and the Ghanaians would not take that excuse.
First of all, enuntina ya me catch him.
Because wa ba ben ni mo pen.
Enuntina me catch you say. Answer obetwe hu so bi betwe perform no. Wo busa say the plan way. Me no ka say oral anchamante o the plan atu yo. Enya fina ye ba badwin se obi person lead no year ene tira akọ bank so business plan way o se hu tiri mo po ade a wo so be gina so ntia o be turn around thing one of the idea very great transformation plan atuja what on you ma say first of all say stabilize the macroeconomic environment we interest rate or maybe we interest rate of 40% you are doomed you can't go anywhere we inflation and I'm 23% so I say exchange rate yet also tackle now it's very easy identity ajeje sika pension sika near the cost hotel abre between ama your friend say businessman no margin single digit if say businessman no interest rate for more private sector the funny part do about one funny pa is 700,000 Ghana ni pa be 10 million age tibu say the 9 million plus no omo na form your private sector man we as want to me sika ansa na otumi business obeko bank is the reason why your banks so na se me kwa ko bobisia na se nsi hunko esi wo 40% na so ya ban a wo de wo buy when this wadi hunu say from taxation to production na se sa ban wo mpam no within 2 minutes ye kra ye charitable o maybe a game picture o ma se so gugu nkaka na o mba bia akomba bia but as a grown man mo say is a munu gwa na ya kan ye ko o ma ya be minister bi be ka che say dum sie ba mo ba ewu dum sie ene ka dum so kra ye and we don't demand accountability and from today no or some media men start to boost these candidates and they say also plan also be we plan they say o plan also the be and they say and yes that one no fefa o run so be agriculture the plan they say wa culture so ba corporate efo bojo pearson farmers nya ye kama bom ni at company amamo now man kasa time chairman mansase because one of the key issues and run be chief justice say your court no go about 37,000 cases or move 50% ensasem to here buy a strong enough obey your land administration policy ye send your beya ye kwakwaji asase ntoko bi ani hu na yakeka sa boja kuafo ya bom near the machinery any good top class management tata wanchi no much me produce no buy bebre no we produce we are one of the key problems I under kuafo facing the say when we one e beto no buy obi ti engran aboblosu wondo da was we bayere hima oye banche hima oye bode hima kwani da do wa bra obedun kra ya man de pe ene orala nchemante se cocoa board anase cocoa fo eye cocoa no a ye mango fo koto a adentina obi dua bro odua bode a ono de ono so ana de ba beto eno ti e be empower nkofo ubetwa kwaje license bi na ye disika ta wachi na ne na ototo enoban no ubetwa wie no so ya saso e factories adentina ho se ye tra kromu a ye num concentrate coca-cola ne de keka ho abra brobe udua ye ye tiarum na blue skies obi ti London ye wie blue skies ana plane atam kono anom no fresh ye na de ne num concentrate ne yare na ye health bill kosro eno no rural antemante se ye the industries no e ba be title ene unam ye street so abon se nkoforo bebre kuta bayere so wu sa de bi won free ye ni tamale meanwhile in those days baby ye dua cotton asawa pa e sa siremo no more factories corporate goods dua nsawa no e die tiro mu nye gya ye no de bayere be nam street wase esa sa wakoso mbo ne ye friend say spenters on ba ko e wo omo ye textile industry nyina egu and to battle revival e be ma farming activities cotton farming e wo tamale ne bottom no asore akosoro said e be ya omo ready marketer wo UGTP ni eyi eto ni ayantuma mind you say ye launch Friday where and minu mie ni Friday ye ntoma na enkofo beto ebe mani pande Jaisa street babunu anu ho adempa no okutabayre ton what are we talking about now we ye hu pani bia we hu esa so omo mame omo mabusuafo ame ti the careless about the ordinary man na sa ordinary man no so ene ka kire ye ne the Alliance for Revolutionary Change sa monton koso na afu ye nkon sa frese ene ti plan de ho na obi biara so be di ye no onkofa plan no ni en debate plan no
okay 80 and say campaign direction it is saying
yeah they say I catch you say any big rallies big rallies that ya ko dwaso
okay
if is a bema bia da obachi oba bia so da bema chi anamboa ana man ne kasa memanity ana ma dodo ni nyina so ko dwaso ne koto inuane ba onu anuane e ma omu kunu no edwaso do akasa so mema ne bi ho ya ko ka ye policy a kire omo edwomfo ma no atiase ye ba be color parks fitting shops any ade ni hairdressing salons ni ade ni akọ nyina ye wie so a sorry ni educational institutions ni nyina so ni de na mu ye ni wonum kokko we na ekeka ni nyina wie ye anya big rallies nye yi na ye be wie no ye be who is amaga in this country anything bibia e planned methodologically ye nya enioma say ye no to say as usual business as usual the NDC ni MPP say NDC ni MPP rally ni ye ba be follow dia and say na ye ni ye mfa bibia ni uma ya o say ye kire say ye ni ye demu soronko ye demu fua
okay
enti bibia ye bia no ye e dia sakra what we are doing na ye try the independent candidate no no be say man ni na afi o man no
17th no ye be hu ni running mate na
more likely but ye try that announcement no absolutely there will be that announcement but ye try na every opening anymore ye dey embra na wani be je ho esansen kofo agiatu
okay
kofo ayede agiatu ora de bowa na nkofo kem na no this week wa anum say ewa nkofo ka kem ni atembidie one man se fatakura e ka de ompe kire no ana dodo no so agiatu say weni nipa no a ne su ene ne banti se Kristo ene tie bedi na chi eno na aye keze because
na asem na wan kan sa na ka
o na fepa asem adodo na apɛ no kekan o kekan nyame adwene de kire Ghana for na ho we see mark ja nya atwom no 2024 nobody is interested in nya atwom say obi hye ne corner bi ono no office o Philippa ntimi anka ai no obi de ko hia muslimi fo so ono de ye nto abama no ono ye muslimi ni na mezo ye Kristo ni na mezo ko hia Kristo fo na me ka ye nto abama ya ene de boti kwa pai everybody else are there who said that na when o say na ni ade ono no betwa ka bibia ye ne ye ntumi nka ogwa na ntemate wi mi a be ma ba ko aka okromu ano no mina me ka cho wonu kwa na hu say the new patriotic party din sem hu was me jam from party fu no and I will fight to maintain political party
new patriotic party
oh yes was say I will fight this political party single-handedly and what take part in on. One in the qua, a seminal, what can't send it here. Now, more Bible trouble, you know, wada. That means we are not going to do that. It's a simple kind of beautiful. A new patriotic party for the Kati baby. They meant it for harm. No visit on the Beseno, only the good animals. Met new political commentators of the new patriotic party. Utiana ASEM. Obviously, we go around Jamaican Masada, Ube Lucy election 2024. Can you imagine? Now, we need to lose election, you come where you go. And as I know, Rakuva, what you go, you come about. Because 2012, no Lucy. And the actual crime day. And yet, but on my getting the say, on the good animals say, now so a sense of 2 million crown, not 2 million share gun of one in salon, God of one battery. So, Obian Beguasia, that's what been any moon was it. Now I said, Mark, Bibiada no Kwaswa.
Solomon Owusu.
Mark Jare.
Alliance for Revolutionary
Change. Yeah, invite too.
Okay.
Momra make a revolution, transformation, na yamfa Ghana enkosi saa biaya yema enkonko salai so mo kwa akopɛ visa e de akwa obi man so ye dwane afi Gold Coast akɔ Snow Coast baby anka gold wo de ho na gadipa nyina ba ya ne ekɔ no me se wo fa flight bi afri Europe ba Africa o mo adoso ya brofo flight bi afri Africa eko Europe no o mo adoso ya bibifo are we okay Chinese for na agye nkura se nyina boso obi kura baba ku bi da bi ayo nam social media wadi fufu ye choba nyina hide them because when you go do fako da ye ne manfo ndi ya mo so hopeless say o mu fi say so mu dwane free o man bi die say ekọ o man a snow awo a mu gum sa fishes nanso ni nyina leadership na sa leadership a problem no e dey person quarter come December 2024 na Ghana fan to my prefer remember say o IMF na IMF no ehun issues azoni bi no we nya opani a na ni so ade ehunu no so a obetumi de Ghana ato na koma so say ye ba be ye in such a way say one me betumi ye adwuma no na be ya dodo na be den e bebre
Solomon Owusu ye das
me so be das pa na
ye be follow
I wish your friends say
see citizen I Ghana
tetia Alex dear.
Engagement.
No, mommy who said DCB we are a real life or down. We are okay, no, so now no credit city, but me tear this you went to one so man buff for women in Alan by you run all of them.
But now you're chosen no we are.
We are comfortable.
And I said railway company for that one managers. Next to your one so. Solo, yeah, that's it. Now, how you need 100.9. And that's all. What should I say?
Gusoko. Gusoko pa.
Freedom Economic Fighters League. Sabe pepe. Mame ko understand where na what the statement about. Must see anyone except MPP and DC. Economic Fighters League unveils revolutionary blueprint for 2024 elections in Ghana. And that's what more about you saying.
Well, Uncle Mark, me chia ETF so inina made chia so ama minua otimi nchen. I think say the decline ewe say Ghana fo nyina na ye hu say the ekoso no eye yan na ebetimi asesa na emeni obia emba meye ema yen yan ye kofre China fo ba enye ye frɛ America fo ba enye ya na wasi esi ye man na if all we can do and they say yeah they NDC beba and I see a maintain MPP to do the same old things that emfa results beyond mana na ye koye and I say ye buy na eno sunti ena ama ye tu sana moy a ye tu yan shase ne in fact mobekaya 2020 Economic Fighters League, yeah. Yes, I unveil a stepper. Ye jidi se Ghana for ye take care ebeboyeng. And Sabrino, what we did was to urge Ghanaians say, "Memamon kotuaba, don't vote." People felt say, "Oh, now one kotuaba," and they say, "Seven kwasia for and ebeba bedi and so and I mean, they said all manner of things, but their members ne and the Ghana for a tisa message ne I say omu follow ye no. Ekodu echie. The Electoral Commission had to come out and say, "Oh, voter turnout, one." I mean, who was asking those questions? Emma establishment, establishment. I mean, the duopoly, MPP and DC pretended say, "Oh, she see." Just a few days ago, a statement he by out of a making, I mean, Central for Mankasa more analysis. In one of your friend is a news report. They actually said, say, a yes, I hang parliament ya 137. It is actually attributable to sa action Economic Fighters League, LED. Internet, this is what we are saying. In the Economic Fighters League, or more alpha AGYE forms, affiliate. About over 25,000. And a school forum, a teacher forum, a doctor forum, a police forum, a trading forum. It comprises driver forum. I mean, all manner of people. And yedi home komo. We think through Nema and Sana Yababonting. And at this point, and at this material point in time in the life of Ghana, no, Yehun said we cannot proceed on the same tangent I proceeded in 2020. No? 2020 was to see and as a test our strength and see what impact we could make. Afi, yes, say, vote and campaign for anybody apart from MPP and DC, and I say except the duopoly. And the intiswa yesi sujiano. And it's every time be a becca alternative be and what comes happening and a alternative bang one young mano then. And you would see so over the years the Electoral Commission ankasa enye neutral. If Ghana for yebedi no kwehopa. The Electoral Commission ankasa has not shown itself to be a neutral institution in the running of elections.
How?
In this country. How do we explain? Say, Ubeyi Obiti say, Mari Kofi Ghani. Na Ode Ayariga Abba. The pretense of giving us false and ridiculous alternatives. Yes, is what I'm talking about. This time around, and I'm happy. Say, oral lanchamanting. And then the movement for change. As CSA or more alliance. Because and we welcome it. We welcome it. Near Fregana phone na say yem bie yakumem yankupom bie yakumem ni adwimu. Na you embrace this change that is about to happen. Utie ne first speeches na bra your friends say or few party ni mu afi obete your friends say movement for change here. Na unhu say ya obi as a bufu obi ene ade. The beauty of alliances ne and they say a bebresa neema na ase. Na afi neema na ehu hia na o man ne kan kono ehu nsem no etimi aba betodwa. The beautiful thing that has happened in that quarters no comes to demonstrate the point that we are seeing Han Muse. Santro bina ye chacha ezo ye the party nature me fru. Internet why na me tuma bana akọ. Me ma me party me papa party. Sanema no. Look, even in the NDC, Rollins ne crown boy your friends are cover by. or kofa NDC edeba e crown puna. At the time of the death of Rollins, he was not a member of the NDC. Oh, please. We all saw it. We also go back to... It's not that. He was referred to as Kramain by your friend and former general secretary, as he doing it here.
Currently the chairman.
This is what we are talking about. The wife, Nana Kunedu. You see, Yamfa party be intro BF no. Ya dream and a wesi use. We have seen switches. Osha Alan Campono Mokrampa. I never dreamt. Say your friends say Obi to say Nano hinin too. Ebefi MPP. But today, you who say somebody like him have left. And I thinker. Obi how thinker biana. You analyze the situations and then you look. Menyaya nanka solote hanu muzi. Kamede me time ni na beka ho ama no. Because niama all kano. Eto asum. It is the message that people have to hear now. And this is what we are talking about. Now, Mesre say Ghana for sa anje ndi honhom and a impossibility and a negativity and a ye and omne sa nema na yen yi sa honhom na mfi honomo sa suro bi na ewe mu say obi anya bi da intine enye ye yen yi sa de na mfi honomo
sa na ye share the current dynamics
the current dynamics is let me give you this scenario. Obi timi use mate yeso ye betimi use bi unua ba we date maybe say A over the last 4 years. Abuse and draw yamfa buo mano ayaka de na yede no into a film. We identify B akona nchen also the same thing. We feel honomo o feel honom no wadwen ne sanko okọ baby fufor there be wako back to A. The same thing as AC. Was if you want asa go back to B. Unia ba efutu bempa na de be no. From younger perspective, you when say there are many fishes in the ocean. This minia ba efutu am de be na say jiwe ni fisa mema mienu iso. Na hwe baby fufuro. It is the commonsensical thing to do. And yet Ghana for we have done this thing over and over and over and for close to 40 years and over. And we are expecting different results. NDC bar IMF. This year, listen to the NDC. IMF. Should we be listening to Zetekpe Sabri on IMF? And as we should be listening to your friends and people who will be giving alternatives. Okay, 24-hour, the man is not one time or by us you on the on promise she. Let's say hey, on promise then. Kona ko promise bibi afi o 24-hour economy. Ona ko kache kokora and say on tina hono 24 hours. In any case, how can you even do a friend say 24-hour economy without an industrialized base? Brawa bemu agreements bang and other ones ekwo. You signed EPA Economic Partnership Agreement. You signed it. Sabreno one kasa association of your friends and Ghana industries. Bontin bekacho say hey, your man Penny John Mahama, yes, no. You are going to deindustrialize Ghana. But he still went ahead to sign it. And no better say 24-hour economy. The point we are making, and they say, Yankro for Ghana for Yentre Yatabaimu. Member better honomo and kase koha anase koha. Yeni nana nyankopon abo bibia to yetima ye friend adwin uyusu a ne friend nyansa ye besre se ye be bie yeni ene akumem na yahwe who constitutes our alternatives. No? Look at your friends saying, Obi to say, Gum. Utiena. Papa ne kanyansa. The policies ne so or de bane irrelevant. Or say factories are abandoning now, we will revive it. You revive here. Would that not bring our 24-hour economy now? What is a Mahama can be bisa? They are not interested. They are not. See, a better constitution. They look at your friends and cheddar. And omo ya brand here near the mena but it follows a trend. Mm-hmm. The trend ne follow ne, and they say the system ne has been conditioned. Said there be sa alternative to the duopoly. It's our space no. Your best friend is ridicule. It is the Electoral Commission, for instance, would rather put Obia or Obey Yas Resem to look at Ayariga every time. There are no Yas Resem. Presidential debate or more organizing now as Resem serious platform. And I'm not saying that people with little or less education are not sensible, but I mean, at this point, we should not be joking. And yet, joking matter. And yet, serious issues. Your friend is saying, go to our hospitals, go to the kidney section. Emofra. And this is what we are talking about here. Say, yang sakraya drink. I'm pre-baby for. We're already at the bottom. Ship, no. Sinking. The solution right now is not to maintain the captain. The captains need replacement. And from where we sit in here, who say Oma Paba? Your friends and duopoly, or share your friends and Baomian and Crawford, or share Mahama and Crawford. Oma Paba.
Where's just Oma Paba?
Yes, Oma Paba. They do not believe, sir, on my neighbor. They do not believe. Sisi Dadapa. She's got a cocaine when you 3 counting machines above if you heard more. It's broke down. Am I counting machines for Edibai? What are you doing? Okay, I said such a human being, Nipa, or a regime, or mining, we said that the state, the country will be fair to her and Nebusia for the family. Or be praise or this hand sky winning in Abekokunifiana.
Ambassadors can embeto just say be your mind.
Oh, please.
Okofefi. Is it because you're a public figure?
I mean, it's not just that. Okofefi. Won't you put it in the bank? Won't you invest it in a business? Won't you do something? This is what we are talking about. Look at your friend saying, "Yempeni omoyerenum enyema. Omo beso mbe wo ha no say, omo de omo ekwa broche America, UK, Canada, Denmark. Say they should go and give birth there and obtain the citizenship of your friends 10 countries. They don't have hope in Gaza. They don't have hope in this country. Why do we keep voting for people who have no hope in the nation? Free SHS in AD. In fact, it's one of the best policies. I mean, that we can talk about from Nkrumah Abreso Ebesine. And it should be maintained. But those administrations have free education, the free SHSE. How many of them have their children and also their kids enrolled in our program? They don't believe Ghana Beyeye. They don't believe. They have lost hope.
And then it's just alternative on the believe Ghana Beyeye.
Now, the alternative is an invitation to imagine. Or for us, yen dream fufro. Na adding. And especially Ghana, your trends now.
Yeah.
Imagination, but we have to learn. Obi estati sachet water business, obi a baby. Home center, obi a baby. Internet cafe, obi a baby. Say imagination is. But what is happening right now, with looking beyond MPP and this, only say, look, Yenyi MPP ni NDC in Sinchen. They feel say there will be a Magidon. Hey, MPP ni NDC ni honoma. Then ebesi and they saw mine ebe butu apa or mine butu apa and some dada. And so replacing them no is not what is going to cause your friends as a worse situation. At least the people would have identified say, oh, Sabrina be a yen film ya yen kokra na semrewa na si film. But the chimana ebeba be who say ye who bibi. But to continue in that same trajectory, say yeah to ama MPP, yeah to ama NDC, it does not make sense. Sebi, it doesn't. Eh? Maha manifest them or say Yentiobia. The second maybe
say Yentiobia.
No, saying
Yentiobia and they say you no kwasai. On the one can be say Yentiobia.
Well, but in your this, I mean, if you are dancing to the music, what it simply means is that you agree with the content of the music. Ayode. Asem na ye kan wom na ayode. May you be on my minty because of insema ye kan wom. And that is what was happening. Also, no, or your friend is saying, "Oh, giant flu."
And your kind.
Aha. This is kind trying to cry on. Then. But this was a president in his first term. How different is Muhammad's second coming going to be from Akufo-Addo right now in the second term? Okay, Asema na 90. On fire, Nyeri.
The president.
The president. On fire, Nyeri. This is what we are talking about. And I say, are you going to look at a friend saying MPP would buy me? Buy me, I didn't buy because of the economy, and the economy anyway. Yes, in Nipa way, the entire didn't ever because of the economy. And the economy anyway. Do we even have one? And see, this is the most important decision. We see a take so we are going to the polls to vote anyone except the duopoly.
Okay. Yene Ernesto Yeboah Ekua ye from Economic Fighters League. In fact, ono ene kwanchefo a odano a omode nkrata beto abonte. And one must say MPP NDC Ghana for ya avoid omo. Any other alternative, Ghanaians should go for it. Okay. Say how can this message dwell in the minds of Ghana? Ebesi then asem we yatim yakọ Ghana for
Mark, ebini akwenya ya odi ama ya. We fidie kese papa. Amanfo tie mpenifo bebre tie. And the efe ewo watiefo ne so ho ne se they are discerning listeners. Nti yasemi aye ken eto asum a omunim, ento asum so omunim. And ye gidi se omo ebeje na akomapem. But nema aye kan wa he. These are the silent conversations happening in your friend is saying every home in Ghana.
But are you saying, are you suggesting, say in our current dispensation, MPP wamuye we ya na almost wama kono for 16 years. NDC ama 16 years. O my no atete apansam sa. Mama say no sa. You free baby ni aba baby drew baby o. Say neti.
I was a bibisa. Ebiana wo no you live in a different economy. But I live in a Ghana where your currency ne enye hu ene dollar ne we. Ye cedi ne e we hefa. Ye duane semu etisen. I used to eat 3 times a day. This time I did it 2 times a day, sometimes once. I used to sometimes drive around any other. But these days, menante, and I say, me join a friend saying public transport. Because I sit in any more heading. The number of phone calls I'm in Saka. Yeah, pamecho. Oh, mommy baby kakre with the restaurant for my bus school fees so. So I mean, the number of calls are eba ya kwemu in that line. Increase ahokyeraba. Okwa sorry. Uhwe said the amount for Uhwe said the all bomb na hu say yaw bi ewo ni mu. Obre any ahokyere bi ewo ho no mo. So all these things points to me say Ghana hasn't made progress. Yensuo mu nsem mpo etisen. Yensuo mu nsem. Ene galamse na say yensuo ni na ewo man mu hanum say na. Ye kwaya na say by. Do we have a leadership in this country? Do we? Ye can say party hieska. The party has become the enemy of the people. Yes, party. They are the say your mind. But maybe I should have been the other way around. Thank you. Yes, your mind. And parties doesn't matter. Yaka, the need for a new constitution. The duopoly, what to say any of them say yes, it's a constitution. They are not interested. Because our constitution boy chrono legally.
Memory vice Professor Mills a commission a year constitution
and what happened to it
exactly
commission. And what happened to it? Yeah, the document in it one no Ramahama. In fact, Obenya Kwenya Bayam or my penny. What did he do with that document? We spent close to $6 million in that process and just threw it away. Men koti anano if you say on the oba as graciano on any cabinet omonje. Is this what we are looking for? Kona kokain constitutional review report on as gracia positioner even the TUC crampo take here. TUC can say as gracia ne ya extend ma workers nina anasi yin fi honomo. I'm share document na no mo to training baby. Because asema TUC can and you're more there. And you see, sa constitutional review process normal it takes a G to me, if you Ghana phones him. And this is why in the Economic Fighters League, I insisted, so rather than a constitutional review process, let us go for an elected constituent assembly. By an elected constituent assembly, it's a journalist. Mobe Chusumo representative, it must not necessarily be GGA president. Wankasa mobe shimu na mwe chusu krofo mbetimi I represent mo. Ewo your friend is our constituent assembly honomo. Students will do the same thing. Traders ebe the same thing. Like all sections of society, including your friend is saying area associations and omne de keka ka ho. Omo ni na ebe nyomo representatives. Was your friend is in constituent assembly. And then they can sit down and deliberate on the question of what kind of Ghana do we want. Ghana bang any area. No ma dream ho I just okay into no be Korea dia yenya ne den. Obi boy a chrono a yenya ne den. Obi yesi a yenya ne den. Sa sector way direction ben ye pesi eko. And then it becomes the basis for framing our laws. Democracy. We are not a democracy. What we may have is constitutionalism, but it does not equate to democracy. Because you cannot have a democracy or constitution, a fundamental friends, law of the land is based on military decrees. You can't have that. And as you have your friends, indemnity clauses. Yeah, bad democracy, one of the first maxims of democracy, equality before the law. Oko 1992 constitution, indemnity clause, we are not equal before the law. If I took kind, your friend is saying, you would find. So, say, in Sembi or Honumokran, nothing, Crophobia or Honumokran, Ghana courts. Any who coin, commission be any who coin, or be any who coin so because ASEM. It take people like Madame Lucy Enin.
Yeah.
Omo a year juma, and that was the only crime. Omo your friends and Kwame Nkrumah and a year juma. You two Kwame Nkrumah buying ego year. At that time she was pregnant. Omo etchene etu fiase. Many of her colleagues any idea. Omo eshre friends and omo properties. And ne no kasi there are people occupying our properties, and simply because they worked with Kwame Nkrumah and bra ye pamo am na se ye de omo ekoto ofiase ne ye kotenate na omo fie mu. The 1992 constitution is saying say people like them have no right say omo ebe appear before any commission, any court ye beti asem ni mu nanka omo ejapade no krampo ne yaje omo. How can you live in a country that justifies this blatant, your friend is saying, injustice, and still thinks that we have a democracy? We do not have a democracy. And that is why in Tia Ewesi SSR Constitution. In fact, Prof. Safiajo was the chairman of the Constitutional Review Commission. We appeared before him. And Tabrino, we your friends saying, amongst them was the fact that the voting age of 18 should be the basis for contesting every public office your friend is imposed in this country. Because Nipano also we di 18 onim nyansa or onim die se obeto aba eyi omampeni amaye nyina dia. And the same Nipano so person ogina yema ne kwenya. That person is not going to be imposed. That person is going to seek the mandate of the people of Ghana. Obepa yenchen aba bebisa and say Ghana for Mesremo monto abane mame because of XYZ. Na yankasa ye di yepemu atu abana amano. That was one of the positions we espoused. The other position they espoused here was say indemnity clause na 1992 constitution. Jenjin fi honomo. And this is where Prof. Safia just stopped and told us a munim bibi. Menemo ya drain completely. But indemnity clause na 1992 constitution yenye jipepe constitution ni na bedriegu. And so it leads us to ask the questions constitution be ni we the basis of injustice and inequality if you honoma a big, I mean that whole constitution collapses. Not just that we don't have a democracy. We are just lying to ourselves. You see, this is why we feel that the alliances and the looking beyond the duopoly and who are here. Because utie your friends saying Ora John Mahama, utie Oraba. It is not a priority. And for more.
Okay.
Is it an electoral issue? It is not. But sir, your friend is saying alternatives here yeking. Matisse gum aka new constitution. Matisse your friend is saying cheddar aka new constitution. Ora Alanche Martin. In fact, I am sure. So what's our alliance is here? Build bay.
Yeah.
If it builds on their side, na koya. Obi so be say your friend say Abu Saka. He's also been calling for new constitution. Indeed, Ube who say a consensus would emerge. What is happening now?
That constitution, yes, I didn't hear new entirely.
And only explanation now the Medemayan say if Prof. Safiad he's a he was a professor of law.
Yeah.
Menye lawyer. But ninche more de buy and they say yenye yisa indemnity clause in if you hold man. There will be no 1992 constitution.
Okay. How you need 100.9. Abranti awuti can your friend Ernesto Yeboah or your commander in chief at the Economic Fighters League. And command me the no tougher bomono or say Ghana for Yaboma they say Yabeyi NDC MPP a free home. Okay, Ernesto. That's a a man for no honor there. Almost be another year or her. No problem. At the Bema. Eti Ernesto Yeboah had said American a program they fully packed. Sarah Sona Alex Kwekutete, founder and leader of the Mass Citizen I Ghana. Nemum Oko Ayawama Ekrakas at the bar of Mayimwa. You could your friend Vehicle and Access Dealers Union Ghana. I don't know your protocol officer. Kwekwa Alex Memwakwa by say.
You're right.
And Rambuko share Dr. Mahmoud Baumia.
Jerry.
Mammy acknowledge a other panel members. Adele Umar son ewa hase. Adele a member of the NDC Womo Communication Bureau. Na Adele me ultimately me say as the whole jira be also be in normal laptop and normal year free mono. Adele, yeah.
Yes, she need to.
Uza.
money boo.
But maybe I will go there. Yeah, the Yago Passy God. And number one, I am Minia Brunia, Ofri, Efijase, Asokore, Ofa, Mikrum, Ofi Mikrum, Penao Coneho. Na Bruni, Oko Dr. Mahmoud, Baumia, Oko the Camper, or yet the apostle for DMB. I just said Dr. Mahmoud Baumia, dear, in some Panquano, okay, your friend Nana, Usu appear. Nana Usu, Nana Bema go for more Quaba.
Majari.
Yes, sir. Bibi aboko dear.
Nyamia Daruma.
Yeah, then I go back.
Oh,
one more talk, Papa. You be used to area no crying. I said, you be used to reality. Bibi a coy dear. Okay. After Mamiko, Alex. Boy, and come enra more crackers. Any Wakadia vehicles and access dealers union Ghana. Vada. Mukushia, Frankatuni, Vice President of the Republic, Dr. Mahmoud Baumia, DNA course.
Majari. My memfa FDA so na minchia watiefo na minchia ne ode FDA besi homa Ghana for emayete oman ne monsem. Ira Father Desin ene ira kwam despite ni team ene despite media. Emfa FDA so nchia omonyina na yenton krama Ghana for nyina na yenchia Ghana for. Na menton krama me chairman intrakwa vacant access the less union yebodi Vadak executive ye mpanifo nyina no majori na memfa fidie so na menchia obibia enra mpanifo a itimi koshia yeraba omiano na very fantastic na majori mamfa fidie so na me announce ma cardless wo Ghana ha nyina se sisi enra yeraba omiama yeti asese ye friend bawo business bawomia say o magana na eno da importers yura oben michiana anopei na
Dr. Oben
Guta enda te say o ma bawomia ho juri no na yura bawomia so o ma yen na ye ton cars no so o ma yakonya e ma yibusa a lot of questions mebusa bi na memfa fidie so na men bonka say Ghana nyina obi a okra ka bia backroom ha no Yura mama so say yinhia no Monday 3:00 e woni office.
Okay.
Ono so ye ne no.
Eju Adam kwa
kushia Yura mama. Okay. Na Magjerry, obeji atum wo Ghana ha yete say me no mi no ye pakola kwotena yifi a eya ye kase ye hwehemfo.
Ye pe akoda.
Se bia ye po obi akosom no wo fie, ye po obi akohwe wo fie ama ye po obi akọ ye sebio watchman na ye kase ye hwehemfo. Enka no. Sisi e kweda so.
Senye na ado adaroma. Beka senye obi a umpo obi oku school no me ade ana.
De bi esi ye pesoro hofo. Ye pepeni. Yep. Obi a pe obi ni na ye dwuma ne kure wo ma o se fa pepeni breme. Obi a pe obi ni na ye dwuma ye se fa Muslim ana se fa northern region ko se obenya kola wo ho de na breme a lot of escafo atete ye nyina ye nim no na obi a kofo obi ni na tena open nodna. Ena one na atena. Because omo ye no kware difo Majeri obeka say metimi aka say encheye na vacant access the less union yetimi ye na luxury tax e free oman mu ye ho dede saa ema ye gitu mu na omo yi free aban yetimi free Ghana for so Ghana ni bia no wo luxury car bia engine ye 5.7 4.7 6.7 aye V8, V12, V10, ni nyina no na tax a omde beto so no na very huge. Na obi anso di adanse say free Yesu abreso na tax ni tua ye ya. Ena omudi sika ko kire yewura say sika we esese yetua tax na esi yetua na o se ma mehwe ni oda sika no so. Ohwe na o se wan ni omse kasa. Wan ni omse ka o se ni yesa kasa no mo venye dey. Mo fa mano. Enti tax de ni tua fritete ya na enra no me ma yenkofo a eton cars ne hu se ohwe ya article 57:8 na cross 58 na e ma hu se Ghana ni bi agitum se yento aba ma ba wo me okuri mu da obi enim se onye president but oye make further of MPP into okasa ba ko a na obi atake no why muja na okwa akọhye me particular krano attack mediama Yoruba Wumia from car dealers, from the civil society organization, from the party of MPP, from baby angle ni nyinano na me take ba Wumia. But the thing na me take no me take say o ye make fida wuja no kwa kwhye but onye obi a wutwa na be ye o ye political mercy wutwa no kro beko o ti ase intino enra me ma ye na ye ton cars na ti ase say yen na yitime kra 100,000 cars for a year na buying ne ekro ni nyina no e die wo mu 10% 90% na business of car dealers o may import cars but nei magari memfa wentwem be 2 weeks ni Salum car ye tua 8.2 million Ghana cedi Salum car o be je di Porsche kanya yeah just near 2024 2018 the documents say am dey be send them 8.2 million Ghana cedi na car no so ni pay for just 2 pay and na kra me ka che ba o me say on hwe sa ne ma no na car dealers e hia ha nyina no wo be ka say yakoma to yem yakoma to yem mo che say yen na wo petumi na wo de da form sisi ye maye no ye de tumi ne ma wo wia na wo de akoma ma miti wa na wa gye ye cars nyina de akogu yoko na say what I say ye sika nkofo o ma agi loan o ma angi loan nti ye sere no Yesu se Peter ne nkofo obonsam pese o ye den okuntiawo nanso magine mamam Yoruba wo me magine mamam me ne cardless ne importers ne kasa say yemfa banema because niema wo de to akwan mu no mi hu Ghana ni bia
enoma be no kan ya eye convincing as a businessman obi a wo crack cars de ba omema it me convincing
o say the whole world obema center of Ghana a business center yeah na policy na o de start ya o de policy na o de toto ho no menya hwe se fi Kwame Nkrumah breso bepem saa mi yenya obi a na dwen mu do on the kind of business there be yen ye de o ma ye one city a ye de kraniema ye de bia bitua duty ye de bia ton ye de bia san kutua bang besia nti ye dane skani nti ye nim oma omu bedi oman so ye nim kofo a o kase o de oman hye den sa ba omia the face of human interface no o ye free system nim emma bibia sika taxes ye ne general programs no kwan a wo fa so chechiri mo no say oye obi a is a business minded person
the business people
ami hu say obi atimi agina simpie so atimi akansa asem ni bi e wo Ghana ha say ye NDC say ye MPP say ye whoever nti Bawumia is exceptional or a different person. So over here, the first time crana as a businessman, me din kan ba bontin be ka say 50,000 ye me pen this for 5 ubetimi ayisi ubetimi de Bawumia ho asema ba say wa ye corrupts bi no ye hu bi da na still na no ogina so kita ni mudie mu o ye obi a na me ka say is a make feeder or ye political mercy utwa na entwa yen na magari hwan na atata Bawumia okrum ha chen me na me ka say Ghana fo njintum say ye de abane ma Bawumia me nko Bawumia ho ifi se me koye Kennedy campaign adwuma nyina no me nko obi a ho Kennedy kra manje ni siska manje no 1 cedi na nkantum se me koje Bawumia 1 cedi but ye penipa obo obetimi ama Ghana fo enna ye na cardless a ye hie ma ye koye ye ra Brian Sabi oye ye vice chairman vice nyamishaw na ye chairman Trakwa Mohammed mo Said mo chese ye mpanifo ni nyina o tia se enna na obi akomato ne yem ye wura boache carport so what I say temafo enso your friend say kwasi wusumo ene chese I mean kumase chama obi a eti nsema Bawumia ka no ye gina ho a wo nyese ye koni asamba ye ka say ome MPP fo ome wiki ome diewu ekwan bi so because ufi America na uba America habo ho no and airport magari utwam wuni pakura wura mo scan wafu nioma ewo mu nyina akra no ebe show car yemfenhye bag mu be motena ho ma ye de car she container mu ba na police ho national security ho BNI ho soldier ho na moji duty ni wi na mo san fa car no banyaji duty no efi mo se nkofo akowia car no magye dia mamti wa besesa nkofo cars nyina ibi ama ibi yare bakofo ni afan cars 20 stolen cars ibi yare intenda ye kache Yoruba Bawumia say yesre no onkai say bibi nti obetimi ade obetimi cardless no ye kase ye de obasisi a just a second. So what I say just a second ye kase ye de obasisi a majeri ye betimi do aba because obia o Ghana ha bia no otena kem every human being bia baby a wuko bia no kai mu na obetena meboa obi bia nti Ghana fo hia kai luxury kai necessity a ehia manipa nti yen mu de ye ka asem ya na solo eken majari obekai se ye ni Yero Alanchamantin ekowie sa asem ekowie president anim Alanchamantin manufacturers a ebe ye cars wa ha no o se yengu home use cars ema ye kan wiase nsem nyina ne ne tena se pa ye boy na koye bufu nti na emwa se solo ka se aban we esoso foreigners so Alanchamantin ne ma ye hunu se there be yengu home use womra antique cars the whole world antique UK F1 ne wo antique cars uko Germany America omunyina da so ton home use car ne ba ne sen ene nipa yen ne di sika horo mekanka ba ko petimi tua 8.2 million yetimi tua Range Rover ene Range Rover 2022 2021 yetimi tua 5.6 million Ghana cedi one car in the fancy sa car na makoma 100 sika sen tax sen ye tua dia mo man no Alan ese yengu oyeye ma ne car ne boaye din nyina eye Alanchamantin ne solut na ha no wakase Alanchamantin di bibi ba na oka en local we ya local yenye eniema ebeboa your friend say ye ho industrialization. Yes, I'm surprised. Why are you surprised? Me surprised say ye ni Alantina say 101 Alan ma ye gu ka adwuma say do tisi ade nyina no or dey call parliament ye ni ko wie wo president anim 101 Alanchamantin on enna enei de ye ka che no say Alan o ba be da chon ba be president you na ahowo ya wo so mo magi adwumanyi e ba enu am busa aba wo me the same thing say mo anhwe yem temamufo na enti o be won say wo hia vote de wa frɛ yem temamufo say ye nu mehia ye bedwendwen Ghana ho ade na wo frɛ foreigners na bibia ni amudi o machi no na mo mfa enu mum nka ne o mo mehia na mo nche kwan yo mo befa so abeto abama wo enda bi busa wo ye ma me mic me busa no but then he laugh. So what I say, but ne can say, inti eye me nwanwa hwe friend say African Trade Union and I just an friend.
Africa a free continental.
Yes, omo wodin bi omo friend. After chairman no omo penny no omo ton dan 6.2 million Ghana e wo chensom Alan ton more than 7 times a 4-bedroom pe e wo chensom. Oton 6.2 million dollars ene de ma papa no. Omo toy omo ye we ne de kwa na ye de dan ma wo be yetu e dan se pani a ye de dan ma no chese wo dem nim so okenkan chese Alan ye we nyina de ti aban we omo nkan hwenkyere no 4-bedroom 6.2 million dollars na wo ko dan no White House
private we are na
dan a ye to de amate se bia ya fa CEO ye to de amate residential yes won se be fa
na e ba ne sen Alan do
there be say ono na ye we ya no on da
it's a trade ministry
yes on da no omo bede Alan dan nan kasa value ni nyina no enu $2 million kra Alan ma enu 1.something million Alan ma demand $6.2 million
we dey me validate
any validate nebusa so enti sene Alan momu ba sensio sene Alan ye obi a oye nipa foforo bi oye nipa papa I'm surprised. I'm surprised say Ghana ni be sorry akosan like say okoto aba e dia ma Alan wo mra ye ma banching ene solo te here kan say ye we ya na de ko UK na nkofo onom ne fresh omusa Alanchamantin say ye ma ne cassava kufuor time ekutuo ka ho abeka ho mango ka ho omusa say otime do 1 acre pe otime de ye osan ye sika ni nyina no na enam so e ma ye frɛ na Alankas of assess sika ni nyina but you are say for there ye man kakra osan gu ni ka
the allegations how he
only allegation na say ye nani okuma oh there be sika ye de ye friend say
that presidential special initiative PSI
presidential initiative na me say ye de ahya wonsa obi adwuma wo ye bia na aban ni free ho a wadwuma da so da ho wudin ye wo beda ano ne wo be ye ne wo ye den Alan wo ye trade minister Akufo-Addo the same time no ye trade minister ewo ene ye kire say policy a ubi a ye de ma wo no utimi yes a policy na enkanei eda so da ho emienum so aba Alan pe ye man sa special initiative no na kutuo wom na abe wom enam ne solo kan ti na ma be kan sa solo say Unti ana solo can say, yeah, blue sky as a wine. What do you call it?
And say, fresh drinks.
Fresh drink. Na busa say, ya di share Alan Chamanten sano. Otimi ye manenka wohanka Ghana fuonya somfaso. Otimi ye. And no ketu empo went me anya na wo president mu ayere chon sa. Alan de wo ye abadoma wo political. O ye abadoma. Enti anya me nwa say otimi nya 1% wa ban we ma. E be shock me pa.
Politics, you can describe, say, or no,
say, oh, media for him say,
who would say, be on the performance now,
performance in Sony, politically, and Sony, now performance in Sony, better than why we, yeah, Kenyan, yeah, come by me performance, yeah, can you bear the Japan performance, the business or your businessman or your MP, the MP no deal or assign on your man or yeah, now when it comes to a business and so not dying in your man in Juma, yeah, come Jerry Rebecca say Neat FM Majeri befa Neat FM no ifri hakwa kodura o ka media fo a eye powerful morning show host fo a ye do beka ho so what I say ye say then na wo be ya se woni ho chine bi a ye ka cardless a eton luxury cars eye powerful endo na woman bi na me sen ne ka bi ama so mfa ma papa bi mka chen say $260,000 o say o mam 200,000 amenye na me say aka obi akotu aka be more than 7.6 million Ghana cedi no dey abeji no. It can be possible. No, see you open and so what I say, ye can't call for a ton luxury cars. Unyi Alex in film, unyi Boache Carport in film, unyi Franco Poku in film, untimi nyi Mohammed in film. So what I say, untimi nyi Bernardine Track in film, untimi nyi Boache Carport in film, untimi nyi Brian Seb in film. Ya won call for bi ha. Obi a me hu say, we mo de omu kita timu no. So what I say, sana mpeza mka minister bi wo ha, ye be hu say no, na djuma wa ye no. Eye too much free for time sane ye pese ye say dia na wo be ya woni hobi ma nipa bible kra kan dia ne din be na betimi ajato se woni hobi ma betimi de abodin aka asem say ba wo mi agedin a se woni hobi ma MPP wan hwe ya omo be bre ansa na o metimi anya obi tse ba
okay it's to end no ento mu hia no
no yen ye hia no businessmen say wo krom ha de they support ba wo mi so wo pa ba wo mi ho a masa ye nya one person na when na be value ni say ba wo mi. Tell me, why the policy and Yama, Niame declines of a human interface, no, if it your system name. So what I say, and no your policy may say Atomakumaso, no be also be my tax amnesty, no, na Nkayatina ho, near see ye ma ba remember.
Okay,
ye could do other, ye could say era, Mahama,
John Dramani Mahama,
because
Sanaka, who could say JDM and so on, Naka, what to me at the Atoto.
Majeri na wo wale na oyiri jawa e wo ye dey ase oyiri no unim se ne
I'll come back to you
unim oyiri ni onioma
mame ko eye Adele ye member of the NDC Communication Bureau Adele say ye di komo ni bebre e discussions na so na enu achi no so no eye John Dramani Mahama waba pro wasanya kasa which ye dum someone sem enkoda tablet but no so when so ade hu ne se na ko be ma tablet why say obeka said this time ne de ye vote by omreko no so asad even 2016 na oka ye tablet ese de ma school for ene esamakodo awaka economy ya aban no ntimi ensom ye what reaction and our response to those things? Any discussions I have? I brand to a two was being come on also say more say duopoly in NDC MPP were trim. Say one more dear the advocate say Ghana for embrace our duopoly in event for you. Adele.
Mark Jerry.
Yeah.
I mean sure no pay. I mean sure me bra penny for your mo hayi. I say ya iti hayi. I say me na me yeke to awum.
Medi.
You know, we cheche obi ha. Ni die ni obo ema o. Na ansa na me start me nko no. We say me yi nyama me yenu free ho.
Okay.
Ni edi kan eye nyaachom. Sebe to de bia Ghana phone bi eye a. Wotena se na wodwen ho a wonte ase. On say Jerry wo nkwala no mo ko school. Omo class 6 and find some yenta 4. Omo class 6. Omo kono omo ko exams a. Omo go exams a be fie. Unya yanka Omu na 77 omenya 90%. Baako enya 60%. Ena baako enya 45%. We say omu mienu na no omu yado. I mean, you don't do that. Okay. Jerry, you don't do that. I make a note as here. Yeah, mama yen can no credit that why mama yen can no credit. Yeah, cancel a yen can the way was say you can. Because no matter what the situation is, Sebako enya 60%. Now say sebe ba cry enya 50. The worst you can say is that wow unya 60 no sebe why are there but minya yanka unya 80. But one can't say no unya 50 and 40 no. Onu ni unya 60 no sebe omo ya dokro. Why do we do that? The lack of honesty, the lack of sincerity is a problem. Maybe opinion starting. Let me can say or you're independent, communicator. But baby, only na me or MPP straightforward. Everybody can tell you. And when you saw the home baby, pacho, when you do Mr.
Oh, but me MPP.
Pacho can o mic.
Yeah, me MPP. Everybody know me MPP.
Very good, me that say. Pacho team, mami cannot say. And you go for MPP form, you know better now. Na say me ba. Abo tre. Oh, na no problem.
Hold on. Owaha, your mama don't worry. Owaha has vehicles and access dealers union Ghana, even though or you're politically exposed person and belonging to the MPP.
Yo, Mati. Waka sana manaide. Inti mama ntwaso. Nti obetina na gaze entuma ba omi anka obeka se entuma mahama. Oh, nana. Waka sana miti ha.
Alex man kaza.
Miti no obo mama obo.
Address go ahead.
Who tell me? Kama metina anka se entuma Alan, so MPP ni. Ba so wataki Alan. Enti on will be
Alan say so MPP ni.
No promise. He was from the NPP before he went to movement. Mama cannot say. But he's attacking him for whatever reasons. I've seen communicators within the NPP. Last week, na many IEC at the set. Where Kasa I was Alan the Fieni Power Beba. But when someone is openly biased, in the say dealers association say the MPP. Into enemy MPP from you. No problem. You're going. That
is what you want to establish.
I just want to establish that. So MPP, until we say, and you the other to the catcher me say, about me a businessman. And now then I may expect because we MPP. Until we catch about me a businessman. Into the end to mano near yeah won't cash because if you want to free, until you want to change, you're independent person. You want to change.
That's right.
Well, Jerry, that's what I'm person say. Between the two, no. His Excellency Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. That man or pay president or pay vice president. Or throw questions where 170 be the Alhaji Emisata. The patrol has him so Jerry. So time no him say Emisata no meet. Yes, Emisa. Emisa some. No one him say Emisata.
I don't know. Then your question is statement.
Yeah, no problem. Statement. He's questioning him. Someone show my mama. Or show my mama.
Or the Emisata.
Emisata, no a vice president.
Yeah.
No a mate. Because we so obusan say I never say we a mate. Ejuma no won ka ho. And allowed na say wa say o man no. Nti he levy nsem say ma ye kan ni taxes aye nye hu dede ni na no. Sebe na ado na aye wo de won ka ho. Nti ye mfa ma na sebe the head of the economic management team no. Sebe ye kasa we EMT boss ase ne sen. ASEM di agyin di agro ase sebe ti say the Ghana for sebe ye ni agyin ayen Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia under his watch now and you know I have a picture here I'm going to show to you articles I mentioned in a short while. The same man who opened his mouth and said was making sure say you close to all the loopholes in GRA. The same man obejina Okacham say CCRA ye be tax net ni ye GG and now Okacham say GRA. Did you hear the response from GRA? And wait, one say ya pam amount for. And who to me say bet me pam amount for Bawumia, but who need to me? So Becca say nye minya Bema Bibra penny te haya Oka say omu tia tax 5 point something. Who need to me so be here no answer. Sa adanko dada adwe no sebe mo fanto nchen Baumia is the last person anybody's ever thinking. In the head. Me, as an NDC person, I'm a Muslim, and I'll come into the conversation of Alan. I'll come into the conversation of Alan. This is not a man that deserves respect. And I'll tell you why.
Why?
Yeah? Baumia, I'll tell you why. You see, if you say be principled and be known for your principles. Majari, be principled though. Be as sebi something as basic as faith. Nyamesum. Enya di bi as sebi nipa wo di agro. Wo ye muslimi ni aye muslimi ni. Wo ye Kristo ni aye wo Kristo. Mama kan just say, but as the wo nan hyen finfi enne wo ye Kristo ni. O kira wo ye muslimi ni. No wo da wan. Hana wo da no. His Excellency Baumia will be a sebi obetimi aya mo man we he is still the Vice President of the Republic of Ghana. Oh, who to me so odebeko, oh who to me so obetable. So say why na obi enti a wo mra meka nche why na enti. Na do enti. Na do kokasa muti na kasa. Na do say e wo mu say the back stops with me. Na mom no sebi meye ohene ana president a minni yansa. Say me man for ekasa kire me na mantia. That's what Nanado said. But I'm na me make kasa yente and I'm in president da and I'm on for mama and I'm in president because in 70 people have me kai and fanya juma. Nanado say obeye sebe president won't need answer. It is only an unwise president. And you bet 24 I want it. So he's telling you indirectly say, Masa Okasan, let me take you back. Let's do a basic comparison of John Dramani Mahama, vice president, and Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, vice president. Mahama 3.5 years. Baumia almost 7 years, getting to 8 years. Still, you can't compare the two. That's our 2011 dollar, they're saying. Dollar, they're saying. 2012, this economy grew by close to almost getting, in 2011, this economy grew almost 14% at the point in time. If you take out non-oil, oil-free man, then number 9%. Baumia has not succeeded in being 9. He has not succeeded. What kind of comparisons are you people doing? I feel they say me banner when you 40 mark 40 over 100. Any do when you 60 over 100 no. You see 40 when you 60 no. Say omu na amu yadekro. Speak the truth. Ade mu kan okra mu bu. Muntimi kan okra. Enti me ni bia be my hotel. Enti na no na wo kra car. Dollar 4.20 pesos. Under the NDC John Mahama. Ni enne under His Excellency Nana Akufo-Addo with his running mate Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, head of economic management team. And we hear almost 13 Ghana cedis. Had the crow. You see, Sanya Moye, and then must sebe. It told to be our own MPP for me to me, my FL say, I say, you name Yansa Yanko school. Don't do that. I dare enye. Bawumia catcher will say $4.2, 4.2 per dollar. And yeah, they are sustainable until yen 20 Mahama. Tio, or say 4.2 per dollar. And yeah, the pa, until men to Mahama. Montum Alhaji, His Excellency. Nana Akufo-Addo, no air vice president, no, or no Yami Adum no bar, or Barbe Sumna why to an extent, say also was so my lock, Ediama IGP. Time I was so lock him and 5 point something. Now, Cosro, I don't know my phone. Nen Baumia to me, I cost 17 cities. As I have 13. Ubetina ha will say, Oni Mahama yepe. Why? I didn't like school no mass, no Utianis and mass, no Usianis. 1 + 1 10. Don't do that. Under Mahama, petrol, and a ton 1 gallon, 16 cedis, and 1 liter. And then 15 cedis. OSEI Adepa. Yen to Mao. Yen 14. Huh? No problem. 13.4. No problem. 13.4 mate. Yeah, final 12 mpo. Final 12. Petrol na a ton 1 gallon. 16 cedis at the time, and a ton almost 60 something Ghana cedis. Ose Mahama ni Bawumia the same. Nana, Pacho,
Alex,
let me open articles for Bawumia on petrol for you. His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. Ono na se ena na yenya debt GDP of 56%. And I wouldn't say, as I say, so what the car? Huh? First, no, you're calling your coach, oh, your business. Busumi Swan, you 1,000 Ghana. Busumi Bia was a wakaji loan. Busumi Bia was a certain amount from your salary. No, say Beya, Ubetia, a canoka crankakra. And the John Dramani Mahama, you 1,000 Ghana now. No way you move 56 Ghana, a quacotia a cow. Now I can almost close about 44 Ghana. Our the share of mine. That is what it means. That to GDP. We had at least 44 to turn around. And the Baomia, ya kwa kopim say, and now would you 1,000 now, and so my own tiaoka. I just was pay become. We went over 100 plus. Wouldn't mean tiaoka. I can't crowd, I can't, to say, I can't what you know. To say, Sikano, would you know, ya, wo koko to ya, I just was pay become, near when I beca, whatever show mind, near Jara, near ko. Eh, I had a crow. But mon cano crow, yeah? Na ye we, Debiana man for say, politics there say and fanya me ho wu anyakopon bebusa because ye jankasika e hiafosika ene ye ka ho asem nti se naano wo si obi abon because we ja 56 that GDP enye ye mpaibo say be 56 ka ye mpaibo ne say be 40 and ye mpaibo ne say be 30 ma make no say but we ja 56 wo say nya de pa ye na no problem wo san ka itimi badan kakra wo de kwa this is what we are saying. We are saying let's be reasonable. Momo yen kanu kre na sebi enye mo aden nanado Ghana ene dia ana ba mo dia ana Mahama dia gi na ye dia ahochire ne ba ye na woti ha isa wo ye dede utia 55 point something million start tax ya wo kan ho asema wo ye dede and the John Dramani Mahama kan so sa because when you do the dollar conversion can do sa but what how wo ye dede. Even in your noise making, we are dead in ano. Essence say we are bipartisan. We are Mr. Bipartisan. We are partisan. One German who would you huntino was a chinchina gentleman. We will be a woda a jing quitchery, a jing in yafon, a jing would japadiani, a man for a service of one way crassy. I want you. I been through with Bushimwa. However, Tanasa Jones say, ah, be a petronami and Kenya. Dollar and Kenya, because what me call ecotia less than 5.2 million. No one excess show ukutokuma and with me credit at the quick crassy. The mama minona. Don't do that. Jerry, Mammy can say no crow hamayanka. No problem. Mahama about why any dear one bomb more than dear yanka will buy more than your year. Name them where then you're talking. But don't come and sit and tell me say Mahama J on the other same. Hey, construction. Even after Dumso or how are you komu a human koye and our businesses now man for top petrol pure water for crown no mun timi ejuma Babes Nina after all this stress he still left you Heritage Fund $250 million Ojao sinking fund $250 million Ojao stabilization fund time are covered by ukomuko yiska ediko ejuma. This is what we are saying even with all that and no crime tia wo se yento abantia no she de ojama Energy Sector Levy Act, 2017, and almost getting to 3 billion Ghana cedis. This is what we are saying. Obi o papa bi eni ho asebi asem to no fi. Asem to a kwanya wo si ginem eboa ma de ni doing dum so why na be ma 1 cedi why na chair Ghana for 1 cedi for dum so why na chair mine came to a standstill continuously for 3 years almost getting to 4 years. This is a reality. Mama cannot say, gold prices was all the way down. Oil prices a drop here, whether we like it or not, on the international market. Taxes, sebi. Kanano, mi bra penny, more the cars buy a up and down. Adi, now man for more Ghana, one more the imports, no. Esan say the electricity wasn't there, no. All of them reduced production. The taxes are also unya. And which when in nature, what me buy, Ebro Mary, Ebro car power. It's your to gas processing plant ma $2 billion what? $2 billion what? I know if you are saying our Energy Sector Levy Act, we buy here, we see LSLA the phone, why by extended by 10 years? What would you see our Eddie loan? Say, what is the kind of debt, energy sector debt? Do you want to compare this to John Dramani Mahama? And I'll come back and discuss the issue of the 24 hours.
Okay. Better said. Higher NEET 100.9. Adele Omar, a member of the NDC Communication Bureau. And that program now you fully packed. Fully packed. 80 you better go another round. Now said economic fighters league. And next to also you can't compare our win to me for a year JDM. And Mahomia to I'll come to you. Mamiko a year Nana Owusu appear. On the door Apostle DMB Apostle. Nana Owusu.
Jerry. We are so. Yane do baby a. Say I me boss pa na say Nyankopon o ma obia akoma eson. Na emu yeduru. Na o ma ye nyina butre ne de tena Ghana ha sei. Na me ma me nuanu nyina achi. Edin kan no mechia ye na ye wo ha nyina. Na machia abusuafo eti ofie nyina. Especially His Excellency Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia. Ene me mame Aja Samira Bawumia. Ebi omo obi anu nyame enka omo ho omo nyina ho ban. Majeri, me nua be man make statement bi na Adele. Pese man ti ase se pe obi o man yi mu a undeserved respect. Ene an iota of dignity, credibility, personality that we can classify as excellent. We can never bring John Mahama to close, any rank with Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. This is my reason. On international platform, this is a man who was touted corrupt. Very corrupt to the extent that when he went outside the country, global media, international platform, he was subject to very big humiliation that he could not defend himself. His handlers could not even stand to the test to make sure that they protect him because he was so much in depth in corruption. And now what he had no says, you will be our own deserved respect, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. I hope, sir, you retract this consciously and know, say, if you continue in this tangent, naturally say sabi in prebiasa me nua ne kasa lay foundation bi was think soro for the enim so ka no kre omu di dignity any obuo nso man panimfo ba wo tia no ma say young man wo si an tia nyina na young wo ka say Dr. Bawumia doesn't deserve respect in this country. Mahama deserve respect. John Mahama deserve respect. Obi ono ye busa no BBC international platform say, have you ever been corrupt? Or say as a human being or as a president or as a dead goat. As a dead goat. Sani pawe and now no
as a human being. Or say as a president.
Or say as a human being or as president as who? As a person. As a dead goat. You embarrass the whole country to that magnitude. And na Ghana for Nyankopon ebe bie yani. Eson de yada kachre yen say he does not deserve to be president again in Ghana. And in the history of Ghana, Ghana yantu abama ubin lusu ye to the tune of 1 million plus votes. Na sabi impreduas and wa utimi ko jina bonten ka kire obi ase wo we are dead goat. The dead goat syndrome no ye dey dware we dey show atade ye dey show che. Bon kan. Nobody should give you the platform to listen to you. That is the personality of John Mahama. Me diminu ho yawo. So oti hanom no otimi kasa Bawumia, of course, as an NDC person, we expect more from them. And you shouldn't be surprised if Alex Kweku Tete says Ghanaians should vote for Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. And indeed, the business mindset he has, the vision he has, nimdia na opeso adiba bua Ghana ma Ghana koye nimu no. Enye retrogressive, but rather will progress no. And no na Ghana for businessmen and women, they are expecting to hear and they have heard from him. Na yesha omubo, yesha NDC for bo say December 7th. Election no among win and to 2 million for Mahomo. They won't win the election and we will never give them the power. That is what we want the NDC to know. Because Ghana for to me sound come back to the memory where a coastal operator will have to throw everything in his freezer away. But here no say common barbers, barbering shops, hairdressing saloon, tailors, welders, mechanics, and Crawford Nasabi Muton, ice kinky, pure water sellers, no mo ntimi kura mponko bia o mo shop enko tonsu because what
na eno na intentional
majari mami nkasa whether intentional or whatever no wonya enne he has the audacity to sit here and criticize this government. Omo 2008 Ebramu yeso omo in 2009 January 7th no cedi to dollar was 1 cedi. Other no 8 years no man jaho no anko the same 1 cedi. If you see, sometimes people think that logic is just about shouting and making noise. No. If you are talking about somebody should be principled, then you should go back to the records and tell Ghanaians, say, $1 to cedi 2009, 1 cedi to dollar, no, you shouldn't have left it 4 cedi 20 pesos. And make the calculation statistically. How many is 10% of 1 cedi? 100% of 1 cedi is how much? 100% of 1 cedi is how much?
2 cedi.
And 100% of 2 cedi is how much?
4 cedi.
Another 100% of 2 cedi is how much? And to see a people be our depreciated cedi no more and KNDC. And now muti ha no mo no de mo kasa mo pese wiase hu say mo was some kind of image bia who need them mo na mo the best. What are you talking about? Under the leadership of President Kufuor na all free one no just 2 minimum mo no a na find the oil in a commercial quantity I dey call parliament and na mo say ya adwon wonti na mo tete Ghana for say mo mpene so mayenko no and na mo bedi hu de wo then wo nya kukuduro ti anum ka se muja esla fan muja na nka ye di aban ne hye mo nsa no nka mo kɔ no John Mahama se wa wi ama na ato dompe no nka ye de hye ne nsa na nka wo kɔ na nka de na nka so oye o collapse akonwa no na o ja ho no mo kɔ na what were you guys expecting? We gave you so much. We gave you so much. And now mo kasa mo say NPP aban anya sika more. Mo ba ye no na ye ka ye di Ghana nyina no from Nkrumah penso o mampani Kufuor ba ye beja akwa na ye 9 billion Majari omo free ho no na ye almost 160 something billion. Make the statistics and see what percentage that it has grown up to. You think we are kids and we cannot think? Even with these hard conditions globally and locally, no, look at the management, look at what we are doing, how we are able to sustain the economy. Under your reign, cholera was killing people. It was not global pandemic, but just cholera. You could not even fight it. You couldn't sustain it. We could not even put any mechanism in place to make sure that we fight it. COVID, we are seeing now shut it down. And now to say, we know how to bring back the economy, but we can never bring back a lost life. Any power we ain't mean no. But the economy no po crash here. In the interest of many lives, precious life of Ghanaians in Tino, we will find ways to sustain and revise the economy. And no na here no. And this nebia somoso a na se nyame adom so yetimi tu aduma foka. Ghana ni ben and obetima ka kire and say under the administration of His Excellency Nana Addo Akufo-Addo and Yewura Mahmood Bawumia, why adwuma for 24 months, I'm here to anika only 3 months. So as a young man in your capacity, I expect that you respect the youth of this country. We your teacher for nurses for mu year adwuma under John Dramani Mahama 24 good months, but later they withdraw the appointment and pay them only 3 months salary. What a shame. And now John Mahama say, yan two Jumon friend san said then. A person sound bad because we no one classify Ghanaians as Ghana for have short memory. And yesterday I said it somewhere, say, may God forbid, and God forbid that John Mahama become president again in this country. God forbid, inshallah, it will never happen. Because that memory no and because of doing so, people will have to use candles to light, common things in the house. And it results in burning houses, killing families. Industries were collapsed. Adiabachini are sending messages. We member Juma. Yes, sacking crop for companies were folding up because what? They could not have energy to survive. And I'm saying, and what the kappa or are the energy? As a president, we have given you the resources and everything. You don't come to the people and tell us, say, why we namna manaka dompe. Nanki boy and some man near Jao se kone kwa tenefi. mo pesa mo chese mo NDC for chese mo dia mo no mayen kamasem. Now John Mahama has become, all of a sudden he has become a saint. Unfortunately, Ghanaians know him. And indeed, Yantu Obama, Dr. Mamumba Bawumia, the president of Ghana. Yantu Obama and say, you are enlightened, you are educated. Economic management team doesn't make decision for the president. If you don't know, go and do your research very well and learn very well. Economic management team, they are just a subsect. They make just a recommendation. It behoves on the president to implement or to reject it. I didn't think that time your friend is a finance minister. Come now to four nominee at the whatever no can be an professor. It doesn't happen that way. And Tisamun Nimwa, and this is for more to foot to Ghana for near cha and Namon Krasia propaganda who are moving on. Motua daddy. And Ghanaians are more discerning. Isn't it shameful? Isn't it shameful? Say John Mahama Jina platform so 2016 say or no or be making sure say every school child will get a tablet with books and everything, textbooks on them. Isn't it shameful? Say ene or no as I could remember be double standard or say the government is doing vote buying by giving out these particular items or no promising you know. Yeah. Now you pay hypocrisy. Obe say John Mahama who san abeka obi die. Ye probably nyachum pa we wicked. The leadership gave Ghanaians excruciating pain, unbearable hardship, regrettable being a citizen of Ghana. Under his reign, that was John Dramani Mahama. And now what person of Sambeka now baby I drew no Majari ya kwaya nim Ghana is moving forward because and no be a watina manone to say community Abdel Hon come expect to say the policy and the vision Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia has enumerated so far, and some of the two jano, and case was so no born in some. Essence of be a watina manone, and him say, and someone a Yura Mahmoud Bawumia cano, and no man broach life, a very easy man for. Now, what the animal catcher and say, Ubaba may make sure as a Ghanaians will have to wake up 1 a.m., 12 a.m., 2 a.m., 3 a.m., and go to passport office and go and do biometric and take their data and everything before we print booklet for them. And someone says that so long as you have a Ghana card, that is your data. All you need to do is to pay the fee and then your passport booklet will be printed for you. So you don't need to go and queue at the passport office. Now you pay when you pay obi or no say 24-hour economy be want to mean church munada on what time didie. Uko bisa o ma fale squacho for to say nkofo beton wache. Na I see doing ketia say wa obekọ adwuma na dwe beti electricity bill so. I mean, are we that shallow-minded Ghanaians? Are we that shallow?
That when you subscribe to it,
are we that shallow?
In industrialization industries, no one more operating 24 hours. These are some of the.
And yes, time from 2009 to 2016. No, didn't we have companies in Tema? Even as we speak, those companies have been operating 24/7. At the time, what did they do for them?
I feel no activated them.
I feel no money. I feel no NDC adwene. No, I feel no NDC adwene. I feel that John Mahama person chere Ghana for first no the president the seven previous as a dead goat he has no brain of his own. I feel that John Mahama enya adwene so person catch nkrofo say I feel the wakoda nyame asono daye first no do de yankwa ene ya brabo ne bibia beto atopre obedi yawu. Until now he want to come back to tell Ghanaians now he has risen up. So we are not that weak-minded people. We are Ghanaians, very discerning, very intelligent, very smart people. We cannot afford. Yen to me, some economy ni abrabo ni nyeman en to chacha bio. Enti mraso. Say John Mahama ti asese. Adekodia or person or Jubilee House na 4 years no. After when ya ni honeymoon, 2 years. 2 years I can odi via ekwatu fie no. Nyaminti inshallah it will not happen. NC. But you know, say we kramoni, and I say we Christoni. Why will you preach this way? Why will you preach this way? As a Ghanaian, you know we are in a secular state. Why will you preach this way? We are babunu. In the near future, no, I would what politics, you will be aspired to be somebody big. If you want to be even a parliamentary candidate, your constituency, both Muslims and Christians, traditional people, they'll vote for you. So when you are picking your words, you need to be very careful, be guided. And to hear Kramonia, we need Christian initiate. Is that what you are telling Ghanaians? As NDC communicator, who pass out catch and say, "Me a Christiania, me ni Kramoni initiate." Yeah, the mindset way. That is what he's trying to say. That's the import of his communication. That if you want to be a Muslim, be a Muslim. If you want to be Christian, be a Christian. It means as a Muslim, I cannot dine with Christian, and as a Christian, I cannot dine with a Muslim. And that is pathetic of a communicator. If you preach like that in a country where your former president can go to the chief imam's house and dine with him, are you trying to tell us that you, Adele, you are more wiser than John Dramani Mahama? Is that what you are trying to tell Ghanaians? The chiefs and people, the traditional rulers in this country, that they control and they make sure, say, the peace, that the unity that we are trying to foster in this country will progress, trying to bring all people together. Whatever informed their thinking, I think they should revise their books. Because on
the next experiment.
Message. And say, try to go tribal and then religious sentiment to incite people. And that is very dangerous as Ghanaians if we allow NDC to put this thing into the public domain.
Mind all the indicators where they go from.
Indicators are the good for indicators are the good for it is flawed. I'm just telling you they are all flawed because dollar to CD. My dear, listen to me. Dollar to CD. 1 CD to dollar at the time. Say 4 CD 20 pesos. I didn't know so a principle, no a proper analysis, no person Ghanaians say we get stuck to wherever we are, we cannot grow or we cannot do anything. But is it telling us that now they are apologizing? The NDC has regretted and they are apologizing because they mismanaged and they could not keep the dollar to the CD as they picked it up. Does it make sense anywhere in the world? Does it make sense? And I know what you say. Busadel said yesterday, how many years? How old was he? Today, how old is he? How old is he? Kwame Nkrumah independence, my 1957, no? How many was the population? Now things are growing. So if you are making proper analysis, be informed. Tell us policies, ideas, innovations. And those are the things we need to think about. Me, I'm not those who will come and sit here and say, and now what are you trying to say? Even the US, they are owing trillions. They are owing trillions. But the proper thing they are doing is that businesses must be grown. We should build millionaires and billionaires in every country. In entrepreneurs, we should hold them. We should create a very easy, flexible lifestyle for the citizens. Till thy kingdom come. No country in the world. No country in the world till thy kingdom come. We say, on the cow, baby.
Okay.
What's your comparison? Say GDP. Emujan 56%. As we speak, GDP 1,000%. Tell us, is it 1,000%? As we speak, GDP rate, is it 1,000%? Some moment by far at that rate very low like that. Now they call 56%. Now say and then I'm even 60% and 70% within the 8 years, 7 to 8 years now. Are you trying to tell us you people know how to manage the economy better than the MPP?
All right.
Under your watch, Majari, let me end by here. You see, under the watch of NDC. Okay, employment, and say, just fire service alone, we have increased it with almost additional 15,000 staff. Immigration service, we have increased it almost 10,000 additional staff. Ghana Police Service, military, all of these institutions, we are making sure, say, Ghana, the youth will have hope, and the youth have hope in His Excellency Dr. Mahmoud Be or Oba. Or be training 1 million youths, Ghanaian youths, 1 million in the IT and the digital industrial area. And to say, babunu, now subscribe to this. And now what's in the Hanuma worker saying, computer kuta na all checking information. Obisu timiti fie, okuta laptop, just a tablet. And Juma in the office, no. About data, we are planning to have easy and soft life for Ghanaians. We also deserve better. Ghanaians deserve better. We have to go out of that medieval thinking. Say, you better make a crassy, near the nchene, ya the nkuto, ya the crazy, ya the nam akoda them crassy for near 2 foot drug money no acham. I don't think the free secondary education buy. I see, ya be ma bofrabia laptop, tablet. And then what year that on me, my Jerry. So we program do school. You can decide not to buy any book. Okay? Even if you want to buy it, you just buy and put it on your tablet.
Yeah. Okay.
You get, and then you make all your research. You don't carry school bag behind you and it is heavy. So we want to tell the NDC, say, come December 7, they will not win the election and they will not get the power that they are too hungry, and they are meeting the military, they are meeting the police, they are meeting the BNI, they are meeting all of the security with the fake promises they are giving to them. And I want them to know, whenever they have any meeting with this security and all of this, we have all the sources.
Okay, thank you.
We have all the sources, and we make sure that we will crash them. That idea, they should delete it. We will crash them with it because we have the power. They don't have anything.
Hey, you crash?
We will crash them. I'm telling you, because the meetings they have been having, they go clandestinely, then they will invite the military, they will invite the police, they invite some people, and giving them false hope, false assurances.
Okay.
The thing we don't know.
Let me go to Ernesto Yeboah. Nano Buswapia and wote Nenka. Ernesto, Padia Adele Cano, what's some our kind say, what day will be on what day a year, especially one may dear so pano, a good senior, because indicators show. What would you say?
Well, Medasip, not my response, and it's there was a TSC and it's a yet to my move on. Say policy program, government policy, government program, government wine beer or more beer. At the end of the day, you any final judges because you any affiliate effect. Now, the Akobane say this year there is what you call blind partisanship. Internet, ama. A drain a crown pony said yanka we say ya dream fan ya reverse no this year na nye why na ema oho to why na ema your friend is saying we need g said the 1992 constitution e can about your friends and the happiness of the people no dey can your friends a directive principle of state policy no this year na kokoye obreben ena sing obreba. And that is what I mean, that's what the conversation has become. Oh, now no, we no more buy no, or more bre sing, your friend is saying, we no more buy. That is what we are being reduced to and as invited to come and talk about. Ni na kwa blind partisanship. The they asked my yeka, and they said, look, me Philly Adele, and your friend say, Nana Wusu. Energy no and me your friends Alex me feel energy no but don't say energy it is not focused under this blind partisanship agenda and they say at the end of the day point 10 A by or movie and 2.2 B by or movie at 2.3 Omumienu eni nane entimi endu 0.10. And so near say member bon say ma your friend is saying B because of the do 0.3. And A entimi amfa yen endu honomo. Is this your friend saying your capacity? This is not your capacity. I mean, boss. Ebi otimi from say onim say your output you can actually do more. To Timisha won't cry, I was and this is what we are seeing. Say, China is united. Just your friends say about 2 years ago, the Chinese Communist Party, yes, the state now, because they have just one party, met to celebrate prosperity. Say, I feel there, or mine, ya want toying. Same F. We are saying back on Germany did that about 10 years ago in celebrating European success. Maybe my Africa, da bang, and you bet me, Edu, your friend is saying, some pempens on. Bet you Adele. Wouldn't mean casting in same no, okay, Bako crampo ni ma edimu. Ain't mean casa. Bet you mean, Nana. I cannot say that. And so no partisanship in India. We have to choose, your friend is saying, one against the other. And only the beauty of our alternate thinking beyond your friend is saying duopoly. This is what it will do for us. Because Sabri your bra we see Sabri your bra we see a kanya hubum. Sabri your bra we say yetimi edia dwen eto ato adwen so. Na yedi o mine esi enkan. This is what we are talking about. We are not here to pray system nangasana. Your friend is taken. And I can tell you, say, if Ghana for we go the direction of sir, every your friend saying, I'm for MPP, I'm by the NDC, I'm for NDC at the MPP, not NDC back in the next after the next election. We will come back and sit here, get into the next election, and be talking about the same thing. Things will not improve. Things will not improve. In fact, it will get worse. Yeah, can't your friend is saying dollar CD equivalent? What if 4? Oh, no, 4. And things like that. Of course. Chronoborn crown bodisiana. I mean, a increase. It's become almost a way of life. How can we subject ourselves as a people? So every time biane yeah to amasa for we no. In the national interest, we are simply saying say emreaso yemfo monko hibernation kaka. Enye so munya hwiu. They would all have nema omo aye. John Mahama can talk about the projects yeah. I mean, let me do airport. I was excited. John Mahama na yeah. Omo yeah nema. You can't say omo nya hwi. Me who your friend is saying roads and the current your friend is saying boosting roads mean to me say MPP is not an answer of free SHS policy. Mean to me say they haven't done anything. But me say yeah the omine esi honoma. Now you share the national agenda now. Could we have done better?
Okay. All right. Bagu. We share those in the business community. Said they are now war canon. What's another? I say, we import crackers, exchange rate net. Then and now, exchange rate is what affects my name. Your name say car crab wide. Car nanka ubenyano ebi at 30,000. And they say cars 30,000 and 50,000. Close to 100,000. And then I work at the
yeah, mechanic say now no. Me that business ba me asset because enra ye na ye business okromano. Wama ye nyeji. Maybe you ASEM na no ohwe katamanto for catch them so ba besra wo mu. Ye ni omu nyina ye ba ko hwe guta for see o the diaper bar one container of diaper 40 fita the price no be ye ba ko. Enye feed ye see ye value ni amount value we amount for complain we choro say what the spare parts bar 140 fita 40 fita and 20 fita no difference we say the 20 fita bar ube unso obeba no ube of lady ne so no unim say oba no ube tua sei ade ye de pa no o de car one container by be a car 1.2 e bi o ha engine capacity be a 1.2 e be a 1.3 e be a 1.4 be a 1.7 e be a 1.6 e be a 1.8 you 2.2 you 2.4 so what I say you're 3.0. What I say? You're 3.5. And son, what about 4.0? What about 4.2? What about 4.7? What about 5.7? What about 6? The higher engine capacity was 6.7. And son, what about V12 money idea? No, Nina no. Yensu ye bomb pie said, no, dear one for hodama, but or 6 spare parts. One container, no. So, one container of spare parts, $100,000. Unim so bad tax, no. 10% is so to see. Yes, a best son. Ne okoye container na ayam so obeba no 40 fita one container no unim say oba betua sei ɛno nko a wa establish amaye no kyɛ sɛ nyame nhyira ba wo mea ɛno nti na meka kyɛ wo sɛ yɛnti krom ha dadada yɛnim sɛ Muslims obi epobi ni na tena wo ne fie a opie adwuma ne be ya na yɛ kramufoɔ me namfo na kramufoɔ nipa edi ne kora nti wotwa ɔmo ntra na ɔmbuofu ɛyɛ kramufoɔ kramuni pɛ Muslim a ɔnka ne kora pɛ adwuma ama pɛ apart from that onye kramuni a ɔnka ne kora pɛ sɛ ɔyɛ nodna ɛyɛ nodness nodna ɔnka ne kora pɛ ni ɔnka ne kora pɛ adwuma ama because media yati kroma ha ne wo ye yenim kwan fa so tete ye yenim obia su ne ne ban me ukoka afo ni ma yenim su ne me ban ukọ abi hu Muhammad su ne ne ban ukọ ntra kwa ibe hu ntra kwa su ne ne ban ne wo ye bia Bible say one ye no en onam edi wachi esan di wanim enti no me de dollar na sama wo ka say dollar ni nyina ne ade magari ye wo ye no ni yesu ani enyi abedu sa me yo enka say economy no bi beba no aba be change no beba obema dollar asan ko 1 cedi no da America for ni we phone kra no obi eni ho abetimi a kire me say wo ye adwuma wanyia wo adwuma nim no first nse ne na wunya no saa ne ye besan ye no mageri first time na wo ye wo adwuma wo nkokọ ne ade no se ne na wo ye ososmission saa ne ye tie unyi wom enti Ghana enyin enka se dollar no na ye 1 cedi na de ne buy no sese no e free 4.2 na e we for be fire no ye na ye adwuma sese ye profit ni ade no etesen utia me o mami higher duty a me de ye de me de to system ni so me de ne me to car no ne towing car fa car no ansa na shipment ansa na me ba duty a me tuaye ansa na se bank be sia na me je ya me de ni nyina aka ho na me de ambre timamufo no ti enu ai ka che ba o me asa de na ye keka no mo nchro no mfa nkotu o but ye be chro pipa so ama no enda me chema kan bibi me chema say next time no vacant access dealers union ka che ba o me asa vacant access dealers union o man letter mo mfa nkofo obia because ye so chen ko obia wokruma sika ye de she Ghana import any export any kwan ye fa so the duties and loan any adin sika ye de mo man no obi eni mo Ghana ha se enuoma e ba ye ne aban ne tena sika vacant access dealers union a ye vadak no uyi ye free ma obi eni obiom enti ne ye na ye kan ye ho abom Kumasi for takrade for enkran for ba bia atema ne akase nipa ye nya business minded manner or to say you about me yemfa abane ma no ye be ye campaigns ehunu say the first time I am business for ye import ne maka for ko for etia bruche ye Ghana for wa bruche e import cars be nyina ye busa oso omode we bi ba or ye another different obi me busa say obi de ne car ba ne wantimi antua duty obi hu ane afa na politicians ne need car na chi ne afa na omo ya ton car no fufufu dia mo bisa auction no nipa na obi Ghana ni akotena wo mu saa oba kakra wo de buy no na ne car no yese ekọ demurrage because duty no o toka madam for bi toka oto no $300 ofrem sales ku yi car na fa na duty a o tua no eboro more than sese o check eboro more than $4,000 nana ode ye den saa ne ma ni nyina no na na ye haye ne ye kan enso papa na choro wo de Monday ye Sunday report be bro se nioma ye be kan ni nyina no se joma ma obetimi a choro ba kumpa be boso se apart from 24 hours ya adwen na ye di ruling country no ba o me anyame de ache no nti ama ye ni eje say the first time we say liman na o ye Christian no onye first time ye nya Muslim o ba be president all right nti ye kan wa kan Christian ni Muslims ni na bom na me gidie wo nkramufom che say omo ye ne kwadifo otwa omo ntrope na dane ntokwa so what I say enu nti bibie ni ho papa ne ya ubehu say o ye la lie wo or you make further of the politics friends say politics
all right better say ya besa about mama call Adele yeah we make a analysis and I know so just say na time amokra so mo buy na mo be fine exchange rate na we debt to GDP na we na mo so mo de could yeah any other.
Let me start this conversation from religious and commoner sebi usu uremu a onti ase opentem onti ase nti o kana keke aminke bibincho miti hai ye kremoni mi gidi ewo nyame mu ni say Jesus Christ I friend Jesus Christ no sebe onye nyankopon ena onye nyame ba mimi gidi ni as a Muslim owusu ye Kristo ni ono so gidi say Jesus Christ sebe nyankopon ema no ana say sebe onye nyame ba mi mfa ne ho ebufuo ena ehu hia say obefa me ho ebufuo but ya simbuso Mark Jerry saa nyema mienu e adekro pacho bo ami o ye bonkom saa nyema mienu e adekro
enya adekro so obia ne
mebo a okay nti no pepe nyi kwa akobom pae na wa horo ne nsa wa na akobom pae o se ne nyame no de ono gidi no ameka that is what is called faith gidi Kristo ni gidi say me ginya Jesus Christ di gidi say oba be wu ye ma me bone che me a ono so ni Kristo som no eno no edim ameka no tia say se me ka se mo obi nye one leg a ne me pa kire won say wo pese wo gi Kristo di na wo di nechi na wo som no se be ya da chi bi atemu da no dru a wonye bebi akwa di nechi nipa bi enu obetimi aserve two masters ameka no tia say di nechi na ko wa sorry na wo so kwa sorry na oba ye be hia na ya bonkomo na ya sere mebo a na ya sere ne ko nya abutre. If you want to be a Muslim, maybe I'm bringing you. It's an issue of faith. Maybe I'm bringing you to something. I mean, can't I say? Who person ye kremoni na osum nyame na ye kase wasum nyame no problem. I mean, one example. John Dramani Mahama.
Yeah.
People for ekobom pie every year. Ya wa baho no abesran no wa ka.
Because just 3 days ago,
ba me do ba. Na butre no wa ba no abesran. Na ya bon komo ya wi in fact ya bon pai wi ya suma ye bibia ye abon pai salamu alaikum ya bon pai wi no na fi ya man alert na waba man message no call. Do you know why? Because I say me Christo ni mo ko sura mo ba forma mo ye yi say ya blue show say ya sa o say den mo ye me njindi na emo as Christo ni no asema me wo ka che munye munje na muntie se mo be pene ato aba ama me a me meet my eni mama cannot say Jerry meti hai there is no way under high heavens as sabi owusu bedi mechi akoma salachi say obra bekoto abompa ya kire Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala with him because he doesn't believe in it because ni osum ejitum ewom ene Christo we are saying don't merge the two Baomia is merging the two and I can give you examples yes example when you go and you stand in the midst of the church and you say Muslims ejitum say Jesus ewu soreya that's a factual lie because the truth of the matter is that the Muslim doesn't believe and the Quran has stated categorically say Jesus Christ yenkono according to yen me ni wo bonko mobi mama cannot say according to yen your Quran say wenwu okokoto ya osum ye bon pae e pa nyankopon cho no according to Islam nyame tie ni bible and osuma angel no be fa no koso nti obesa ba. This is what we believe. But the Christian belief say ye kuno. Emane sorry 3D and sana wakoso. Eyadekro. Ehasembusa eyadekro. So you see, and this is not the only example. There are several examples in it. When you're the only example, mama cannot say we are Christian, right? We see uji nyankopon. As for the issue of ye juma, we do work together. Ademe, me boss am in ye juma, we Christian. Mama cannot say. And I said this. I want to take my time and analyze this thing very well for you. I said this at Joy Prime Lano and indicated, say, Alan Chamantinka say we want a Christ-like person. A man for baby answer and yet anti-asi. Look, and they His Excellency Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. Oshia Muslims for no. So catch on say, ye to mama say me people need to know. Monto mame, ebusia me wa. Muslim, yes. Inti monto mame, ebusia. Okay. Inti se John Mahama kokase Christopher say, oh, monto mame me Christo me come ho. Bonebenu. Bawumia ye dey okay. Bo obi fofo ye dey anye. Saa nya atwumne ne ye ka ho asema mo mpese mo beti ase. Wo gina fa akwa gina fa akwa. Na no wo si $4.2 enye. Bo modina sumo 4.2 and 4.3 and 4 at least we dem anko 5 enko 6 simple. Wo dey akọ 13 akọ 17. Ma make not say. Nti men ka say wo ya e okay. Na mo obi ye dey problem because wo na wo enu hu na wo gina ye ka say ye nto abantia. Hey, me nua be matina hai. Wakasan sema Jomahama bon Jomahama nimshe ena Jomahama ye ena Jomahama ena Ghana for braye ena no problem ya jatum. The indicators time na Jomahama before he left power. Inflation 8.7 and the moon at 25. Major Adicro. Yes, Adicro. Adicro. Mate. Offer your friend is $4.2. You come has equal 17 about 13.7. Offer lending rates near 26% and then equal almost 30 something percent. Open offer industry, we're doing almost 4.3%. As of last year, you were doing negative 1.2. Adicro. And that is what I was telling my brother here. Look, you were saying, say, oh, we're 0.1 to 0.3. Why? Meba. Let me tell you something. From 0.2 to 0.3. Nipana was saying to Abba Mana or Baba Besano. Or no, so about if you point B, I could point B. I don't find or the end cotton. You see, Meba. You see, no credit. That's what. I asked. It was rhetoric. No, it was rhetoric because I wanted to. No, it was rhetoric.
Okay.
It was rhetoric. It is a worker say, then a John Mahama before could do 3, and a way before could do 2. What to my Alana, and also be 5 with 2, A, B, and 3. No, they are 4. Now, why?
Manegasa.
And today, no problem. Today, Yamina Chiche. I'm making a say. And I know 2009. Nana the one down Jane was Obelusu. 2009, 2012, one down Jane was Obelusu. In fact, 2016, Yankupon Shenema, no the man. Yankupon Chedio, they all pay and watch. Until don't sit here. As I did, I also see how we did it, and I didn't find mom. I need none of Shawin. Oh, no problem. You are not God. My man cannot say. And I said, oh, Meba, Unyame. Hey, and I say, Uncle Yame, San and Yami Uncle from Manado. Intino, men Casa, in doing Yame. Why, Aden, Satan won't say in this book as you're not to me a president. One guy. Yanko Pompeso or Chile watch it quaint. Into Yame, into let us not can help us okay, no problem. But I'm saying to Ernest to say, Ernesto, whether you like it or not, and yeah, Wuti High, maybe I'll be landing. Maybe in London. All kinds of from 0.2 to 0.3. Yeah. No, from 2. No, of course. That is what we fight for in life. In life, we fight to be better. Hey, yenina yeti hanumi. Obie ni wa sabi. Hey, say yen if we don't fight to be better, but omi an konko jina on kan chemo say motuma me a me nyama differently. One kasa asem no. Because we fight to be better. Mama can yay, basa. You see, this is what I'm talking about, the hypocrisy. If for a while, okay. You don't say, me 5 years ago, 6 years ago, 10 years ago, my Jerry and I bano. You may be 1 yeah, and never say you can't take it away. Every human being beyond 7 Yakupon crown or catch or say you fight to be better. Intinano, Koya Bonibi and Sisa Hona born homo or China. We continue to learn.
Okay.
Yes, I can go school.
Right, thank you. Higher needs 100.9. Memo. There we go. Hey. Kafra. And I know whether Kafra is that okay, Mate.
So, Medasiseminia Adele or ending or say, we fight to be better. Now, because I'm an example, say, how many years now? I think UK and I say US. Oba. Okay, what I want to say is, maybe we are saying, no. Life, any passage now, no. SSN near my 8 million my na Ghana, Nyamia Domaso, Yankupon, na dum nina humo bra, a bra dini naso, and a watching obi in a person of Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. Sebin Preduasa, Memeti, I meant na hanka say, Sebin Preduasa, and the Muslim one, oh yeah, and a man, MPP for the Abanemano. MPP for the Akunyane man who say he qualified first and foremost. Well, and I am misquote, and I am misquote too. I am misquote too. Or say there were a doubt, said of mere facts were yet Muslim unti Yem Penesuma or Mamedi, even though he qualifies. So I say. But the truth of the matter is that first and foremost he is a Muslim by religion, by faith. And I want to set the record straight. Send your person, imagine, say, or put the two things together. There be a no credit. And he found one who said, Baumia Yakobo Nesu as a Christian. No, I'm only asking you to set the record straight. Maybe I will say, and he found, and what is a Baumia, say, you're baptizing, say, and Nadia, Yakobo Nesu, Methodist okuta baptismal certificate, and now he is both a Muslim and he's both a Christian.
In Islam, the day you believe in your heart, Empo says Sebi Jesus Christ you kuno. In Islam, you are no longer a Muslim.
Well, that is your interpretation.
Right.
But what I'm trying to
no. Not my interpretation.
That is your interpretation.
Listen. My Jerry, man, my dad, no papa, listen, my dad is the national imam of the Sunni Muslim. I don't talk anyhow.
Yeah, the Nimpepe say, Yewura Mahmoud Bawumia, or ye Muslim by faith, by practice, by life. That is how na brabo the free ni mofrasi mubeti enei tenya otie no. Ana onimpefe say o man na ye timo no, and even the humanity no say be preduasa. So be a Buddha, ana so a Buddhist, ana so be a Sunnist, obi a Christian, obi a traditional, obi a den. Ye nyina no under the umbrella of one God. Under the umbrella of one God. Se memi twa body etiri edisi ho na me de akoko moja guso na me say eno ho na me nambedu nyankopon so. That is how I want to reach God. And no doesn't mean say bi o memi twa akoko na obi nso yusu osono e de ye ni nyankopon na me hunu a, then I want to undermine and direct and say wo baby a wonam no enye, it is be in your lane and let me be in my lane. It doesn't work like that. And to me nua Adele, I want you to understand, say by the grace of God, I know you are aspiring higher. The NDC that you are very vociferous in communication, no. Ebi or China be ube person, ube national communication officer in the NDC. Mind you, the NDC has more Christians than Muslims in this country. That is what it is. Enunti men tenasi baby that delete from your thinking and your books. Say ube kwa tena baby. Yes, akoke can say something about those things. It doesn't work like that. Again, Marjorie, the media main cause wa country and say, Yewura Mahmoud Bawumia say. Oba na so be di president a obema Ghana ya setena ne yen hyehyeye ye nyoma ye nyina no sabi emu beye mre aye easy amayen
say me problem solver na
exactly
na me be for 5 minutes solver. I say 5 minutes no John Dramani Mahama and make you some specific your friend say how should I even put
so
it?
Maybe I stand 5 minutes.
Okay, with you
ne vision your day ban say Obema ya setinema emre amayen. Foundation NPP alesisi ya nyina no. Obeba abeto so. Sesi ya mene wo kase. Ohun say passport ya de Ghana ni bia ehia no. Ena nyame adom so. Ya de Ghana card aba. O say Ghana card ya de abai. Eno eba abeginamu ama passport acquisition processes. Na processes ayen ni mu ne say me kwakoye me passport renewal no. Abra makoye me Ghana card ye twa me photo na me fingerprint me bibia ye wodada no me sa koye duplication e wo passport office Yewura Bawumia se sane ma no obedebe obeyi afiri ho eni se me Ghana ni ene nyame adom so by birth immediately the child is born no ye man no Ghana card number by the time by the time akoda na di be 6 years e kono a ne finger impression no a developing no then we take the bio data e ho ani printing the booklet near the amano sa ne man e na amano ne omo ama abrabomu aye easy man crofo say me a business person all I need is to do what is right by the system automatically and automated no me tua me tax here tax certificate I can just print it in my office. I don't need to go to GRA and meet anybody who frustrates me. Okay. It doesn't work like that. So I say nyame adom so say energy power na me to a enei system no will be enhanced such that make me ato na me electricity no me nsa aka say school fees ni bibia me die bia say me bia na say metimi ye ene nyame adom so Ghana card nti uye school ni na opelon na yesi nkofa obi mama ne mesensan say na first no yesi kope obi oye banker kope obi oye teacher kope obi headmaster kope obi oye hwano de ne ho no mesama yesi ni nyina yede be afiri ho no. These are the things I hear better to us. Okay. So I say, and now businesses, they me tepa ne say me esa say temane port adwuma kakra ye won't no. Minim say your business community no ebre. Me nua ka say o make statement be and I wish says that thing will be addressed. Adentina will be ashipo car. Efra brochiraba. Na hefa ne OSEI ni FBI ne henfo.
Canada and US.
Na ka ne be du ha no mo a. Yes, your information say you stolen your car no ntino. yenchini enfansuo na
And they
yensanso
pass it through the BBR
the
documents,
procedure anti me I will agree and I mean minya kwanya ko doctor amesa ka bion say sadie no say car no nya beduru hankwan na se clear nipa ni tua duty e fa na de ma no
that's right
sabi o say obi free US na so on the oba no say maba be hu ka we me dia me na say mra be ma no kwan so onje fa ko vanko otherwise this thing doesn't make any business contribution basa na ye high crop no because obi hon maka no broni ni kura hon motimi de car no eton ma uchi ko pay title kro mpo beka so no need we nya dia ma wa enti fa car no ko na fa beduru han ma yes woni title nti ya jika na free all right but no beja ne nyoma free enti ye ba ama business community no emu ayemre nyema ye easy amayen so hunu ye ba na adwuma atimi improve ye ba na technology digitalization no ya improve no far better ye ba na Ghana citizens ya sitina mu no enema be easy way of life and right. Say ye pe na ama enema timi ade be akoye o say taxes no so obo better so na unim dey me depa very profound ni say pressure no I wa aban so say aban nya kwan aban si hospitals aban nya infrastructure ni ade nyina no o say obe privatize sanema no road nyina obe privatize into privatize we pe one more omudo musika be shemu no they will make implementation to get their money back into aban taxes or the be ma me no mie no be bu yen kom say ye hia sika we no ni nyina sanema no e be stabilize ye san so increase na again we say or the 2000 megawatts of solar energy 2000 megawatts of solar energy in his first time as president, you know, obe make sure says animal number na your hydro no pressure was on no.
Better say how you did 100.9. More Facebook live. We say breaking the 8. I hear Masaud Bantama breaking the 8 had been ordained and sealed. And now Abena Ampofo. Also both JDM and Baumia, we will not vote for you guys. Alan is winning. Abdul Mohammed also watching us live from Germany. Where they didn't be Mike Reigis. Is it Reigis or I can't pronounce your name honestly. Also, good morning, Mark Jerry. Why wouldn't you correct the man sitting in your studio? He said workers work for 24 hours. But I know they actually
they worked for 24 months.
24 months.
And they were paid 3 months.
And
under the leadership of running mate to John Dramani Mahama, Madam Professor Jenana Ajima. Say a libra. It was a dehuman kind of service to mankind.
Okay,
under the NDC.
Suleya. I'll say good morning, Jerry. What I want to tell this MPP guy is now Ghanaians are wise than the MPP. They should take their time and think well. Which I love this MPP communicator. You've given it to them squarely. Where you're a free man, Phil Tasia. Okay, where so say hey. A message says there's someone who said me to make any now. It's later panel members. I don't know can I'm where's a good man, Jerry? Please tell the man in your studio that whether he and his NDC like it or not, Dr. Baumia is winning. Emmanuel Kwekuyamoa. Master Ray said, good morning, Mark Jerry. The MPP man in your studio is so great. I really salute him. How can you compare incompetent Mahama, who Professor Mills left him a total GDP of 12.4%, brought it down to 3.6. Thank you. We say, hey, liars, it's like food to the MPP fraternity. Look at how the communicator there is messing up. TK the free spin text. We say, Mark Jerry, I don't see why we talk of dollar because our currency is cedi. Here in Europe, you can't use dollar. Okay. Obedi free Austria and Odiaba. Leviticus powers say government of President Akufo-Addo, Vice President Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia has increased cocoa price 58.26%. Hey, cocoa price is so. Ababa betuja. Eti now Ernesto. Oh dear, why seeking for the alternative. Say ye kotoaba. Ana ye nsem keka no ama e de abato no ansha na e de akọ baby ente say kokoshe. So what idea na say Ghana for you? What should be?
I think sir
yeah.
Idea ba ko akoso e wa hanum say e we say ye condemn and as ye paper efi
ho.
Ya manyo say mu. Ene say ye de religion. E ba be for him.
Manyo say ya.
it has absolutely nothing to do. Menyame amesum, semensum nyame. It has absolutely nothing to do
with
politics.
Play role about him.
Bibia will role a play. Okay. But in terms of the because TIT hanum saying, yini na ne ye che dream said the bear Ghana for at the end of the day or more ebetrusi. And I'm saying, say, that process when what the religion be more. And we have to deliberately cut it out because an emotional issue. Religion, an emotional issue. It's not based on fact. It's based on belief. Uji bibidia. It simply means that you are not sure whether it exists or it doesn't. But with the ujidi. The wakuma na de akokoshim under sa your friend is in circumstances na untimi embambe impose o de on another person because uji o de na meso medie di nti bebia migina na so bebia ugina na ugina but yaba amanyo sema politics who use their your friend rationalism autokasim who use their your friend empiricism facts. Your friend saying, "Utumre watch resie enomne de keka ho." Minya Adele, o share your friend saying statistics are all bobo. Me say come de me o see o come in though because of statistics we no more. For me, the point has to be made. Say, maybe we have to look at your friends and your sports analysts and I say sports say omo kasa who say omo go into the history. In fact, a banner the public discourse me the bema your sports and they say they have done very well in terms of how unfair religion ba me share but there be facts and okanu abo wedding one share 1992 19 kojo ho goals are we share ye at this minute and this second. You analyze ya koko do honomo, and I think say you pese your mind a peja. These are some of the issues where say it take centers. Any religion, we are Kremoni, say we are Christoni, and I say we are comfort. What has it got to do with say your dear Gianni to your table? So many as your papa no menya kwine afaso and no media kika account. I think say these are
and I'm okay.
Never we see it.
All right, Adele. Yes.
And I'll use it to enter my conversation. You know, we belong somewhere. Me, the way I grew up, it is because of the way I tell me. Intina mi nimi say sabe. Me twa kwa mu na me park my car. Na mu say aberewa bi twa kwa ni mu a. Ma mi nsi na me mboa no. Don't ever open your mouth anywhere and say nyamesom has nothing to do with politics. Nka nyakobo kananado AC Cathedral. Can church, a Catholic church, any Pentecostal church, any national chief imam, because LGBTQ and signing. You see, that is what I keep saying. They are not paying attention to Asama Americano. I'm saying that. I'm not saying Sebi. John Dramani Mahama being a Christian is a problem. No! Why? I follow him. Mindinechi. Let me give you an example. During the time of Prophet Muhammad, ASEM, the time they were persecuting his people, near Paul Maukumo. I don't catch any microphone say, "What na hanu my behajin?" Because that time was started ka nyame asem na de nti no say, "Hanu jamu wo hanu ma yen microphone no bekuyen. I want you to migrate nti mo no mundi kan ko, including ono aneba. Monko baby a friend Abyssinia. Tiemio. Monko baby a friend Abyssinia. That time Abyssinia na yenim as Ethiopia. Monko Abyssinia. Ohene bi wo honom. Ohene ni din di Shabash. Nemom sa ohene no. Oye Christoni. Listen to what I'm saying. Man yenti amon kon ho say he's a just ruler. Ne se fatano o de bema o. Ne se fata we ni de bema no. Ne se fata we ni de bema mo. So the Muslim doesn't have a problem following a Christian. It's not a problem. Mama cannot say.
The problem is.
I'm bringing you. Mama cannot say why? And now kata. Christian president. No problem. Me never ma catch me say. Ado da chibi ubetimi aba be e bia no me kra dem pese me ko presidency. No, listen to me. Why? Listen to me and listen to me carefully. I say my make a show and say. So Chinebi. So no problem. So listen. Chinebi Adele Bano so president. Let's look at Adele. or say oye pepini. Pepina or some the same. Osro nyame or kanokre. Does he have integrity? Mame cannot say. Or you'll be our boha. Mame cannot say. Based on that, now I talk about adding Elijah Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. So a Muslim.
Yeah.
Why not the president? Anya nanado. Ondinechi. ASEM so ondinechi. So that argument is flawed. What I'm saying is listen, what I'm saying is whether you are a Muslim, you are a Christian, you are a traditionalist, you are a Buddhist, we want to select you based on merit. And in effect, what I'm saying is that don't come and start. For example, and John Mahama, no about Muslims for honor. Say, hey, minimum a bomb pie, me pon some minimum. No about Christopher Honso say Christopher. Hey, someone say minimum. Exactly. So I'm saying that baby originally my mom for who say me me pepe you name me sum no ye.
Okay.
Minimum ya join there name say ban say monto mamia. Hey, this is me rapping you me a businessman. May you say the day Ghana would have whether a Muslim, a Christian, a traditionalist, over the years, I hear quite John Mahama is Christian, Nanado is Christian, Edward Akufo-Addo, he's a Christian. Mama cannot say, there's no two ways about it. Why? If we come and we get someone who is a Muslim, he's sincere, his integrity and all of that, people follow him. In fact, it won't even be Muslims telling you to vote for him, it will be Christians telling you to vote for him.
Okay.
This is my argument.
All right.
But my jury, some of my topic. This whole issue about entokwa and embassy and I may opinion say yeti hanum yi and I may be born indicators and indicators na ebedi no problem. Why? Nipa na o push say yento abamano. Ono ba yen for indicators in yejuma. Yem musa. Okay, me ba o. And the dollar than 13.7.
And the alternative no.
Alternative now wo dey ban. Say den ya say obefa no dollar at 13.7. O bompa say be yin wejuma na ba form. But based on one in a comparison, you can say you pay Juma by Jerry with Juma we obetena obey Juma. Also say if I Juma na me na me also say mini abema you say enfamano. Ba penyu so say enfamano. Ye ba say ma me interview. Ma Jerry ya show e woni tefem why ABCD ye should we away na sebi ye de ma wa ebeboa. When so also why you say that is what you do in life. So when you say throw all those things away, it doesn't make sense. In any case, when he was going to make analysis, he went back to 2009. Say, NDC for mobile phone in 2009. Or some mobile phone in 2000. Let's say that here. And I'm going to say, now so you can say mobile phone of 4.2. Eddie Ako 13. I was a man. How? Who does that? Internet say when you do that, let's speak to the issues. What are the issues? In any case, from 4.2 to 17, I say about 13. What is the difference? In nominal terms, what is the difference?
Okay. All right. Better say.
What is that?
Bagu. Bagu, and now as a business person,
yeah,
as I do, Becca already so addressing that. Now where they are, you're there, and where they are there. Now then, I would have me.
Now betray a become
a devil, me camera area. One anyway, where they are.
No, no problem.
I can't read. Okay, Babu. Now, more business people, no, say, more kwakushia John Dramani Mahama, Monday, more important cars. Then I'm going to
Majay, my men Fafidi Subi, na Minche Kumasi, or my ton cousin. Na yen Accra for near Wahano, National, no, vacant access the less union. Yenina, Yejina Homa Ghana, Yejina Homa Ghana, ye chama in Trakwa. Edia, two or man beni, a bedi chisi, and him say, so when ya quenya near Buano no be near. Or ma let it be a mon femme fa ubia so on femme mra ye ho straight. Na, one say, you know, no office and our boof, you are boof. Yeah, the office. One say ye nuanu me wabruchi a omu di pa na omu nyan kakrakra e de to bibi. Omu toka na omu de ba na nkofo ageka no. Ohun nanka e nuame bi wo ha Majeri. Nka mpese mi review kakra e ma omampanin ya we say cars na ye kra no. Unim duties no mo ye ne santi no. E ha businessman no. E ma cars ye de bebre for mo chi o. But port na nuama mfa ho no. Oma na e ha omo ye de bi fa lomi. Yet before Cotonou, yet before Paga, yet before. I mean, near what you feel, and also change your car park because Mumu smart and change, yen your cranium maneba. And soon canina, you bet me ama, yet the befa port, nama port, na simple.
Now, a binding, and about me, I can say, can be broa, a nyungu, enti, or mu kriti bibia, so near maneba, unim say one container no straight, a 40 feet ano, a ye say, many j pa. So nim say car way 4.7 ni duty ye say because they be an say duty ni shake duty ni kwa wutimi check it can ba be do nasesa so what I say enti no omo person o kire say 20 feet container no e be e fa 3 cars pe e fa 2 cars 40 feet ye nim say 40 feet salum car etimi fa 5 4x4 e fa 3 o person wo load ni different na 2 tires na de bi ahyeso na bi akoye 4. So what I say, into ba unum say 40 feet and car we sisi no e say we sisi ni say asem na ba wo me aka no into me dey make catch all businessmen say wo kruman say onhunu sa ban we takra de kwan an yesu hu ye de car so fa for me yi car takra de o ye ni 4 links ma fa so last week aban ni ye 4 links takra de kwan ma
construction e
yes e koso
dey am make on there na okay make on ha chemo
e koso so kuma se kwan what I say?
And it's not
and say me suspension na me no. Kumase kwan koso. Enti sene ema yakoma to yeyem because nka ben de oni yen ya import ban cards oni yen di you because ye kasa mamiti wa chi kasa obakofo car 20 cars man fami we am Honda nko ma akoma ko 20 na ebe heden wa kuti ye ka che ba wo me say onkoje ya de ma ye ne beboa na ye campaign na ma because o se o ye business ba wo me and on so o se say ye friend na ye friend business ba wo me besos mission so man it say ampa o ye business ba wo me enti me ka che nkofu a business fu e wo Ghana nyina say yen so muslim bi ahwe be Ghana ni bi agitum say upo bi nwa hwe ofie upe businessman na ani na ye business a odi ne kura eye kramoni enti ye obi a oye kramoni a oye ne kwaidini no ba umia unity ye man ye attack no first say ba umia ye say no mahama na ne kan say politics you do baby a o de ntro fam na the way fam na ma bibia e pepepe businessman bi attack ba umia bi ba umia is a substantial man obedi Ghana so a obesesa niema foforo ama ente obusa say mahama ye kon ho ye koka say a mimi wone akwa bi ba me fi kraman ne da ho obi e get na kraman say ho o say let's obe kam na say mimi wona dwim na mimi wo mahama dwim ne no ba
okay ozu
Jerry
yes sir
yeah me bo cocoa board abaso nura na me wo ba bi na man for to bo ba park no so say price na ho
and I said
mama come there na bi da mama kasa
hey o mama
da mama kasa minim dia obeka nyina dia tell say 2016 na cocoa price say Ghana was 400 and something and nyame adom say raise man e de ba 1300 oh yan ya tum ko do 1300
and bu asemo accumulate and am dey ababum that is what I want to say so that's what I want to say
ya dia ko and no ya increasing to 2000
plus yeah
and no nya season price o yen hye no nso we enye cocoa season announced price season na aka 2023 2024 no and na ye dia to because yen to cocoa mu in March April May yen to cocoa mu in April cocoa price ya announce always I guess September
and Monday on my morning show say me free we na because then na be 3 consecutive times the
mami chire wa ade wa say see you know who say world market no akosoro and akosoro within the period that na ya announce price na wie and akosoro nti to be fair with the farmers no say kakra na aka na season 2023 season 2024 no be kwa wie no aban ne say or the 58.something% we aka omo ye wie by August September main cocoa season for 2024-2025 price no afen na ban ebe announce and which is likely to hit over 3,000 plus enti yenim say by the grace of God no by December the akuafo ebeti de ewo Ghana because cocoa no de yenim say backbone enti say nyame ayadom na say ne cocoa world market akosoro part semia say be binsi da mejidi ye say the government has shown good faith and will continue to demonstrate by announcing a new price in July, August, the main season 2024-2025. Into your cocoa board for Abaso. Again, the person say we have a government which is delivering the mandate about Ghana for the share inside. Cecilia Mino Kasei, energy sector, and Yaman I can confirm on authority say in no time. Sane mani nyina tuo betwa esan se enhyehyɛ ya ekoso no eye adwuma aban communication ade a yehunu ni we are privy to it say frantic effort be at take place sane mani tuo betwa again so no majari on se menu ya kasai kwaku kan se akwan ahodo a yeyo the same thing na ns so kan se wahu se akwan ahodo a yeyo oman no mu no ono so otutu kwan to wahu bebrebe mpuntuo de ekoso pa na in the history of Ghana no there's no government or betimi akase wa ye more roads esen na do ne baumia aban ebinsi da education crampo na can say on authority nanado government na baumia government has done something great so hunu enti nana ado under his government as of now ye kase sisi education has seen massive improvement, massive, unprecedented.
Okay.
Aban we and yehunu say enrollment has hit astronomical in Kasamri. Bebia ene enkurakura na enko school na se bi omkoya apprentice na da de kra mpo no. Ene ILS. Majari ye sanso wo apprenticeship policy eno so Yewura Mahmood Bawumia aka ho asem. Ana nyaya yes si ane say one mo esua mechanic fitting no ne hairdressers na dia se si ai no ye roli wo mo into the policy so no dia ye nyina ya dia mo ko last one na mesimi method one na making entinia me pesa mechanic say ye nuanom so ye artisans no say no ye do mo bat vet system no structure no mu a ye be ma mo so certificate even o mo ho se si a no we are bringing them because certificate is very important. If you ask baby, you need to be recognized. At least you are a certified mechanic, electrician, welder, and those kind of things. And tini nyina no ya dia se see your mind aban no efrasia or ye na Yewura Mahmood Bawumia say obet 1 million youths, male, female, and mabunu mrante and mabawa obape obet the youth in IT and digitization.
Mamema me metiu for so emrem kaka. Martin. For ya very, very comprehensive discussion. So, just say, I talk to a year, baby. It's a mahudo be mo. Also, Banawa Bachelor Wadi 030-2243-540 030-2257-902. Now, watch the Wadi. Marche. Hello, Marche. Okay, I'm in far away.
Honorable Marche.
Yeah, Nane, what you say?
Obadi Adaruma, Ajawa, you are contagia.
Someone you show off as for.
Matthias, Matthias.
I feel young queen.
Mike, my memo abaso. Me bread do UK. Your friend, Bra Yima, also a chair, also you. Na menchia Nana Usu appear. In fact, Blanty ne born home more than papa. Nana, but be obi amechia. And me am a boss. You are less. Unless we did that, we did that.
Why is that articulated?
But why are they? Me bona baso. All pre no. MPP ye di ne Ghana ye di intina all pre. Me bona baso papa. Mike. Mamichia Dr. Mahmood Bawumia. Mike, Osha Babia, Dr. Mahmood Bawumia, Peswa de Yakonwa. Mike, on mine, Yakoya Nimuya Sanko Yetimu. Because Osha Yewura Mahama and Sam Kanwa, or Peswa de Yako 70. Because Yewura Bawumia at Yako digital. Now, what they will say Oba and Kuko and now Oba body amaya. Mike, making one mentias here. What be dear Akuya in film watching? Want me and check laptop, my teachers. Want me and check the I'm a student. And then another Dr. Mahmoud Bamia, check laptop, Emma school board. And then what is someone doctor? What is someone you Ramahama Kekapa? Master that we are gonna near, it's not necessary. Because you Ramahama bid you a mind sudo. What be the vice president? The Mike, you Ramahama be the vice, we are Centronia with him. But you point here about one, you Ramahama be the vice or yeah. I dear bet me a car fan who are chronobo. Because one got to play like to be man. What be the vice as the president? And you ma you are mouse, you also now, yeah. Mike, you are Mahama Solia no see hospitals. Who do you say? Oh, better hospital back open you are Mahama TBC. O TBC, and Mra, you two now, dear, so or cottage short, voter rich. And that's hospital, not done was here.
Okay. Mesdames, mesdames, c'est mon faux français, mais que mais tu m'as tué.
Hello?
Yes, I hear you.
Majel, who is you in Madina?
Okay.
Majel, who can be an attacker? Neither Uka can be number some quality to the Manyao, neither now can change of ministers already.
What's not Mecadian? What's not Mecadian?
No, we can say change of ministers or regents.
Regents in the swapping. Yeah. Sound you, Matthew.
If you get a for not a regent,
you
central regent.
Bebato Mate, you made us.
And if you know, so not to be lost by my wedding. Missy, and your car, Bamuya almost a full the whole world. Dr. Bamuya, Mahmoud Bamuya, ever president. If we get landing, okay, for 1st July, that next year, I will let you know your Ghana card. Because I said in the Incolation or Ghana card.
One Casa Colebia Benya Ghana card or set one Benya Ghana card number.
My jelly, I collaborate or what I know or can be.
Bebato, what you call one,
But for me,
what
Fred baby?
Oh, when I say. When ya the ban one man got 3 months later or first way in na then sabeka
but then you call if the president want to go to a woman, but then say in the better what to fetch from she couldn't go to a man. But then what would you have? And your passport I won't go 1 million, one of the boom 5 million. Oh, we are with 5 million. But the entity, I saw them going to come with the own woman. What for you? That's the engine time I can't move you. That's the money we are for.
Okay.
Before, listen, Dr. Mahmoud, you all put on mine and then listen, that means you want to be there, want to watch that. Magali, need that your mama by Madina. And
I don't know why invite him. Who invite him? They are coming by. But that's.
Oh, that's a main invite.
Aha.
What I said, we get to my friend.
Oh, okay.
Your friend, so
you, amen. But that's a Maybe to my chair. Get you. Yanko Pandum. You.
Yeah, my day. Would you my I had dim papa.
It's where the one because I may.
I had dancing calamity too. One casana we are going and the Fukasa. Nakawa Quina said, and a question to you of this home. But you will be so never question Wukasa movie. Interested with you. And the Fukasana with you, one can you be at attack. Yet you could. And I'm here campaign 2016. The Tia Mahama. Tia Mahama, the Tia of school of Alban Way. What can I cast on in a new Krumia? And Mahama, Tia Bong. Should you make a Mahama? Come on, Mutan da Pa, or you will Krumia. My dear, should go to hospital with Mahama see ye. She live go hospital see ye. So Bago Ghana, go to see ye. Do I want to see after what to see Chekabus is stadium. No for me do aba. No kwani ni ni before kasa ma me kuma kwa ya. She get kumya na ye sipo koko kap ba kuma ba be three. Ima 1 city. And 70%. And you come back, you facilities. Now, what's the communication is just what I'm down now on the dollar. LCA, you first 4 cities. I call a year, you find 15 cities. That's about Obama. No way.
Okay.
Nevertheless,
Better say, Bemena. Maybe tell me more. Yes, man. And council, Emma.
I'm a doctor of a biofrequent in your Rama. Senior, but now is only all of a cantinka. Yami had my 40 Viana. Nema me a yeno, Mahame. Aroma, Yana would win over tap on that. What you Reverend Chief Director or somehow they are saying, senior part of Manamia, some here couldn't say our Kennedy. Macacra me can say. Wokuba kaya mama mpeni je kufode insurance we si enyi o to patrol kwa si enyi anama pem yede ba ko na shafiye wo show mama mpeni tap education wodi ba si enyi no so nyam ya don enna mi wodi sheba na ebusu nya fon faso asento rikin yinu no so na yesu ye yapai na sedan kenya me Dr. Mahmoud Bomi no mama mpeni da wroma enna santimemu akazi ya tia titende apaye ko so nya sanketwa aye bien timotema za matiatese ba meju yan obi to free itulo oba arabu kumase o man kra bio etikana from sremu ni ma pom peni dia go ho ene wo ko ye friend kumase no do in this wa wo she what you say do la ka jibo man peni en kwabi opai ato nya sankotoa na dem say energy minister na say do be kiniyan sakeno because can you sense papa who ko to go for Christ because Kumo Mampeni and a black and yes, we na fa papa. And in typo and tie Dr. Mahmoud Bomiachi. Now we didn't ya and this one called that. What has gone on with me? What day you want now? Oh, Kakubutu. That's one Samo. Actually, Emuya said, "I'm not there." They say, "So bad. Taxis your better summer." Ukotogwa, Omudinia must free. Senator Kaka say, "Oh, you're so I'm Yakuyanin."
Medan say, my main fa of fro. Mebacho, Martin.
You so, McJerry.
Yes, I eat you.
I'm going to say,
Yamia Domboko.
You know, I say, or Juma Power, Magana.
What's your das?
Your friend, Abanga, the only plot order by capital. Yapa, Mampeni, but you're church. The same now, one country, 2016 over. Can see me be. You say you are crying, chin or Hokrana, or send the Wakanso and find him cushion. Japan show, you see me be all can. What is on a yahoo, and you see you
Medas. Bebacho Mache.
Yes, open no one for me to say.
Yamia Dumo, or dear Chemi.
Yo, Yanko Shira on your Mapa. Anyway, no, Mammy saying I'm Pampama or saying I cook an honorable. And not what I so missing and Pademano. Honorable Abu Bakar said this body pay, Mr. Adumunshira at the Bunabra Boston. Now, Osha and Tama, Mini Amak, Makanya, Abro Brusunina. The American Ghana for any say. Ya saw MPP arrest. Ya saw leadership o ma bani na obia duma obayan ya saw the former president John Young movement of change honorable Tifalan Kwajo Chamatin Osha am now obeda train that stano obaya ambassador to the US eduma pa boy yeah at the boy on my Ghana and now one district one factory and namnani swade hu no de baba boama Ghana and now yetini ankwankwan ma egu no yetini pejam enti ma Ghana for na ma se atiefo ani ewiase afana ni Ghana for I vote to say emre no so so ye kwa akoto aba on the 7th December young type Alanko documenting also obey free port ama egedie ni fididuma apega ama ye mana omo free education no omo wie school omo be ya aduma ye no omo ma ye bedding enfama awofo ne an ayi omo maame ni omo papa
yo okay be ma
no mark
yes sir
Mestre Ghana, Mestre Ghana for. You should vote for Alan Chamantin for the third party to rule this country.
Charlie,
MPP.
Bowden within it, say.
Yeah, from Mr. Talantash, Mika Africa Prize.
That's right. That's I'm up with him so you're bad. Okay, at you for Medo BBS, you're bringing tea. Medo BBS, one afraid in Madame say. I mean, Ishram. Okay, you better pick a final comment, but me, we, I don't know, so yeah, oh, yeah, dear, and I, when I, then,
Marjorie,
yeah,
you are the host of the show.
Yes.
Yes.
And that's me, and I miss also, yeah,
they will say, Mamma, and I meant to say, Mamma,
what's the winner? Okay, what your final comment?
My final comments. My final comments, I the way into Zoom, I mean, Charlie. Kratana, you crowd first one.
First one.
The actual NDC were top.
E-services,
E-services, oh,
E-services,
E-services.gov.gh. Under the NDC, it establishes
e-services.gov.gh.
Under the NDC, it establishes DVL Munano. In fact, Ubekaya answered the Bifria Baimo in 2016. Hanatete introduced the e-passport. Answered the Bifria Baimo. Digitalization on you see, when the vice president who says Sebe were failing in the economy, because His Excellency Nana Akufo-Addo catch and say, no, he didn't. See, or buy no catch and say, Nietiana or Deba Omiaba is because of the so economy, no boy economy. Inti na him say, oh, nka ye dollar na ebe jidabe na ejamin bra penya o soon port na the guta 2022 no mu ye dede 19th October am so mo be close kwa mo nyejuma bi because of dollar nsem. Ohun say sa nyeme na oni bebia eni 9 inch na no dwane ko gina digitalization. But digitalization in itself no. So we the John Dramani Mahama yeah ba omia he has nothing left.
Okay.
Yeah, the lady your friend is saying Eslousu etna asem perfect ka say Pampa, John Dramani Mahama, data center now we see, world class. Now MPP are buying the overlay, fiber optic overlay abeding, so. Now name Ghana for baby, Ababe young business data center, one member be used and one is here, John Dramani Mahama. Do you know what they did with this portal? NDC eservices.gov.gh. Will be a second page now, Dr. Bawami Album, and I'll introduce you, I'll be a friend Ghana.then.
Ghana.gov, yeah.
Ghana.gov, me boy, patch your date when I was.
2021.
2021, okay. But we started this thing as far back as, before 2016. Over our phones, you see, now room, now enter. Any my type of honey. eServices.gov.gh. GH. Pacho Buame. eService.gov.what?
Say eService.gov.gh.
.gh. This is what the NDC did. Enter. Where's my internet? No, meba.
At the portal,
it takes you to Ghana. It takes you to Ghana. Pacho yet back there. E-services no problem. E-services.gov.gh. B. Now let me show you how they lack ideas. This thing is in existence. Why about what's it said?
Okay.
Portal, the same portal. As I said, e-services.gov.gh.
Thank you.
Maybe. E-services.gov.gh. E-services internet. E-services.gov. E-services.gov.gh.
I said this side.
E-services.gov.gh. E-services.gov.
I'll go.
Yeah.
Mekom. Kwaku Alex, and then I try to, but I'm still going into it.
Marjorie. Me de near me catch Ghana for you.
We have to do this thing. No, we have to do it.
Marjorie. Still. Sama ya panita.
Kasa.
Marjorie, near me catch Ghana for you.
E-services.
Montias, yes, your friend is saying.
Kaza.
Some more distracting program. Yes, and Kofu Didra, a woman, when you say, yes, soon, sir, ye pubi or take business. Yesterday be a businessman. We did that, me and Kasami, will Krumha, a fire you reckon in Japan campaign home, because need him say, or kind or a businessman. Na, mean say, a man your dear, ye one party, ye two a baby, near Yaka and one beboom, Nanu Benyana, as a cunya to fear. I am funny be a number 10, no be a pracunyano, be bacunya we are. That's the end. be MPP nko na yeto aba na se ba akunya wi a na oma aka ne nyina sorry edi tia ne onyaye no ye nyina ye bi bete se Ghana ni bia asesa na adwense no ba wo mia no me say me mma wo ho se me be campaign ama no ma beji usika Kennedy manje ne one city ba wo mia oye MPP ni mapa enti yen ye gina homa party no se ne party ne ba ye benya nkoso ye benya kwan ye adwuma omo a empa adwuma no omo prese da bia no ye benya aban appointment ye benya wi be saban bi ba no de nhyehyɛ gu kwan mu a banks no wo homa yen Ghanaians ne so ombetimi support ye ne ye adwuma that's it intermediate ne me se e fa ye campaign wie ye omo abo mo trim po se e na ba omi ye mani ni president ne ye mani ni china ye beto abatia no I can say it authority say Majeri se obi bia wo ye campaign bi a wan support ba omi no wa end your political career I'm telling you because ye nyina ye gitu mu se ye to including ye rakene Japan credit platform so ka say it's a fair play or gitum say ya to abawie bibia ni ho intermediate gitum say ye dwen MPP ho se ne be ya party ni ye benya kwan ni akra ye kasa ye dia hwe ye yire ni ye madadada ye business a ye wo kroma no enum na ye kita nti ye be say businessmen say se obi unity no say o ye business ba o me a business fo wo kromu na woton nsuo woton den yo forget obi a na ye mfa ba no emfa ma ye raba o me no mfa business minded na ekita no no o say Ghana be ye business center within the ba o me nti ye mwa no na obi enim say ye nto abama na article 57 say ba omi anya president ye nto abama ne da na eye nanado government ni afema ya no akan so say ala asem na mekan change room no de akire minim say wo kenkan pa wo de akire me say dan ye 6.2 million dollars and then no more ton 1.2 ala ma ye de ma aban 6.2 million dollars
okay Jerry
menya dia
wakasewi wadini pipa na mami nkasai mami nkasai pipa na o mane bo amade ma o no nkwa hwe ubi ebra mie se na TV so anka
name time amede ama o
what is your problem?
The problem is
Ghana.gov e-service Ghana.gov
e-service
Ghana.gov
e-service da ben starting.
Oh, Majeri.
Yes,
you see, Mami Nia Adel in say governance sort as here. Sabi mpreduasa. Yen nim ye pa say. Baby obi be frase o de be end no obi be to aso ho. Di asese ya duru mu as oman no. Ye mpese ye be san ko ye chibio. Enti Ghana fo nyina gitumu say His Excellency Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. Nyame adom so. Baby a fourth revolution agenda we are seeing in our air chrono or tiasie and nyame de na cheyen enti education yen commerce yen agric sector yen road yen hospitals bibia no economy no mo ka ho asem except NDC for no tiasie say we are see economy no it's round around digital world and digitization no and the bema economy etimi agina enunti na 2008 at the time 2007-8 ebra or is it Bank of Ghana ni book or Troye Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia book or Troye on the economy of Ghana how to grow the way forward no or ending was say it will take digitalization and digital policy to ensure say Ghana will grow as at that time no and I will now can say more year a system in 2014 and 2013 in 2008 2007 and I Mahmoud Bawumia and the two say Ghana e benyini a yes say ye ko around that point so just here yes
yeah feel all your Ghana card no and no the passport forms ne buy the buy no and no hwe niam e wo so
copy the same and at the end of the day no baby ayegina sesia no Ghanaians will want a life that is easy very soft for us ye pese yetimi ebo brand to semiti America mebo brand to senia me wo Ghana meti Ghana mebo brand to semiti UK senia metima ye bibia easy ewo America ni UK ne Germany ni Australia de no Ghana will get to that stage and that is what we want and that is what Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia will do for Ghana and December 7th by the grace of God Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia will be elected as president of Ghana.
Madam say, Ernesto. Sorry.
Yeah,
go. Seniors, Ernesto,
Mama Ernesto kasa quick na here, sorry. Kasa.
Mark, inti di chato. Na de yabeka ni na ne se MPP ni NDC. Omo ayebi. Na emom emra so se yebeyi omo esi nchen. They need to rest. Omo hia mre bi a omo ebetimi akofie na omo etimi akọ reflect. And then if there is a need for us to call them back, ya from amomo aba back. Solutions are more professing in a many experts na hanum say for the past 2 hours. And a kaya cracker ba debia ne be cracker. Debia economy ni internet every day bia na we see a cracker eba enkosi da ben ye beja is ade no. Amitie friends eminya nana osi na koko ti debia na de koko ne be kokoma kwesi broni your friend is saying raw. I am processing yenya hwe. Hwe your currency ya atete apansam sunna. How many people and they use your currency? Just about 30 million, 33 million Ghanaians. And they use our currency. And so, okay, say, yen share your friends and broadening the say be a West Africa, say be a Africa. Yen lead this our charge and they say, let us unite under one currency. It's not on the agenda. Internet, what's ye duopoly na? MPP and DC for now. They are not talking about any of these. They are rather interested in Jenny na we see do 10 we enya 2 and we enya 3 ntine yembon sem ne ntrusu baako. I think say we have to end it.
All right.
There are many other alternatives. We can consider GUM, we can consider New Force, we can consider Alan, we can like omo honomo.
Okay.
Internet yembie ya kumem yembie ya dwimu yenya dayeso yenya akukudru.
All right.
Na yemfanji o mining.
That's it. No. Butterfly. Oh, who that?
Oh, butterfly no.
Butterfly would.
And none of them say butterfly is dead. And since say I'm some pay and come for some
alliance. Butterfly na nyini.
When
you know,
say CPP no. I CPP is a party that Abu Sakara and Co. They are all members. They say you know, as a woman never take center say Alan Nankasakra am say vote to say on pay. It's also no presidency on pay.
Cocoa price and then I'm 80 million. More
it's on pay.
At least more than 50 million. Cocoa price and then I'm 80 million per bag. If you do the calculation. 80 million per bag. Maybe 80 million per bag as we are speaking. Now over tomorrow I'm almost 20 million out of 80 million. Yeah, 60 million now can
okay. And no pay ha and ya di jumedia your friend ya asabi di kan ya this year we need 100 points now. Very fantastic show. Nana Jeme na me dia se da be ma mo amutie me mo am text here damasem. Na no wusu apia member of the MPP ba ha. Adelu mo a member of the NDC Communication Bureau ba ha. And Fighters League, Economic Fighters League, and next year bo so ba ha. And let's go kutete from VADAC Vehicle and Access Dealers Union Ghana. Also ba someone say you break you Easter into and DJ Toxic matchini mo pa and so ante say me yes ah. Did you ready next week? Ya nyame ya nyame pa ye besan ehia. Yankopon ko bibia ho. Omo ho ban na ebra DJ Toxic e ba be hu nyomi na bibia enko ye di ne luxurious ya AGYEMAN. Kwasi abwaje me da se the boss Dr. Frederickson na executive producer. The general manager Kennedy Asantio say ene eye mo a utie me nyina. Nyame juro bibia.
Hey, catch it. Listen in here. And you ma beto to dia me baba no hwade no. Hwem so betumi a. Hey, asew. Hey, now beka. Ya John to mami ensa duku portmanteau. This way chocolate drink. Na kan wo hwe afibia so beri ni waware ne a. This way chocolate drink. Na kan sia. Oh, asew. Wo den kan no tumu ho. Me be mo anu nsu hye kura dia ka ho. Wo hwe dia wapi ho. O ka se batete e da fom ho. This way chocolate drink.
Kra cha be pe baba ware yi.
Asew.
Ye fi ase this way chocolate drink. Ya sorry anopa no ne yenom ye be chef fridge nom no se snack ye nya hoho a no ne de serve wo mo ye didi wie ne ye pe bibia bogu ya de so a this way chocolate drink ne yenom and this way no ti ano a he se kire wom kokko wom brick wom bibia wom ade ohia ne so hye
This way chocolate drink.
Deɛ wohia ɛne nsuo hyeɛ.
FDA ahwehwɛ sɛ adwadeɛ nkratoe mu agye atom sɛ ɛyɛ.
What's cool, fresh and trendy with a new look?